There's a sixth sense beyond that which is known to man. The sense is sought after as the Holy Grail, and as precious as immortality. It's the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and entertainment, and it lies at the pit of a man's fears and the summit of his genius. This sense, of course, is a sense of humor, and this is Sense of Humor TV.
What's up, everybody?
Heyo.
Another episode of Sense of Humor TV coming your way. Today, we're going to do a little special episode 15.
Woo.
Little milestone. But it's just me and Noah today, and then, of course, Alec behind the scenes. But we just wanted to kind of have a episode with the homies. It's not always going to be a guest, unfortunately for you guys. But fortunately for you guys, you always have us. So this is another nice thing about having Noah co-host now is that we can kind of just shoot it on the fly and do things like that.
Yep.
First order of business, if you guys want to know why we're filming this, when we're filming this, and why I'm wearing this, LeBron's 1 point away from 50,000 points, starting a new club of his own. Shout out the king. Loyal listener.
I'll drink to that.
Hey, salute.
LeBron, we know you're listening. And do your thing tonight.
Whenever you want to be on the podcast, you just contact us. And we'll set it up like the barbershop and everything for you. But no, that is fucking, it's crazy how long, dude, it's crazy how like he's still playing.
How old is he now?
40.
40, Jesus
bro.
fuck. And then he was in high school when he started playing, right?
So he was the last player to come straight out of high school.
Straight out of high school. Wow.
Before him, it was like Kobe, Kevin Garnett,
Jesus Christ.
him. But he was the only one who was good immediately.
How long do you think he's going to keep playing?
Well, dude, you want to hear the funniest thing ever? Shout out my boy Hunter. We were in New York, and there was this tweet. It was like, someone tweeted, and it was like my aunt just woke up out of a coma for 15 years, from a 15-year coma, and someone quote tweeted and just said, "Tell her Braun's still doing it." Dude, how good is that? Tell her Braun's still doing it. I mean, literally still an all-star, still like, dude, he's averaging 28, 8, and 9.
That's nuts.
At 40 years old.
That's nuts. And I'm learning how nuts that is because I'm like recently becoming an NBA fan now.
Dude,
I'm getting into it.
As much as I love Jordan and Kobe and stuff, they were done at 40. Like, Michael was on the Wizards fucking collecting a paycheck.
Yeah.
LeBron's fucking still maybe a top 5 player in the league.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's really wild.
That's nuts. Well, props to LeBron.
Props to LeBron.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, too, that he's never had, like, a scandal or anything.
Dude, what's crazy to me, I'm thinking about how much in that amount of time, how much his knees have gone through and how much I feel like mine are just significantly more damaged.
That's how you know he has to be a crazy physical specimen is because the reason he has that many points, he's never been hurt.
Yeah.
He's never had a significant injury.
Yeah.
Like well, Kobe's downfall was when he tore his Achilles.
As good as he is, though, it pisses me off. It pisses me off about LeBron, like when he'll just sit out games because I've only been to one fucking NBA game in my life. I paid to go to Lakers and Trailblazers, and I was like, dude, gonna see Dame and LeBron play. It's pretty cool. Like it's gonna be fun. Dame was out for injury. LeBron was like, eh.
You know what's funny? The last 2 Laker games I've been to, LeBron didn't play.
Dude, he just sat there. I'm like looking at him in a beanie.
Comparatively to other stars, and he's 40, he still plays like just as much as most people.
Really?
But that's one thing I always have to say. That's why Kobe is the GOAT, is because he literally, his wife said in his Hall of Fame speech, she was like, I always like told him like, take a game off, like you're hurt, like this, that, and the other. And he was like, I don't want like a kid who paid all this money not to like.
That's what I feel like is a big part of the GOAT conversation is the GOAT mindset.
100%. I mean, no one can touch Kobe when it comes to like
the way Kobe thought and the way like Jordan's brain worked too. It seems like way different than LeBron's.
I was actually having this conversation last night because I was talking to one of a comedian girl at the Comedy Store, and she had a 24 like Kobe tattoo, and I was like talking. She was like, "Oh, I love Kobe, blah blah," and I was like, bro, I grew up in Pittsburgh with all the fucking great athletes we have. Bartnick always gives me shit for this. Shout out Joe. Excuse me, go watch the 2 Joe Barnick episodes. But he always gives me shit. He's like, dude, how'd you grow up in Pittsburgh and Kobe's your favorite athlete? He's like, I love Kobe. Don't get me wrong. He's like, but like, and I was like, dude, that's how much I love that dude.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's the mindset. It's the stuff outside of sport. You know what I mean? That's just like that dude can motivate you to brush your fucking teeth.
Dude, I wish I would have been a basketball fan. Because Kansas City never had a basketball team when I was growing up.
Well, that was the thing about Pittsburgh. We don't either.
Yeah.
But,
right.
Yeah. So, but like I played.
So you naturally gravitated towards the Lakers.
Well, so I'll tell you the real story, and this is actually a fun story for the listeners. But I might have told this actually one time before, so I'll try to go through it quick because I think maybe I was talking when episode you weren't in, like with Martin or something. And but I was a Bulls fan because of MJ. and like Space Jam, and like my dad showed me. I don't know if anyone can find it, put it in the comments or something, but there was a like a documentary about Jordan on VHS when I was a kid about how he didn't make his high school basketball team, and like he got cut from his freshman team.
Damn.
And he ends up being the Michael Jordan.
Wow.
And so my dad showed me that when I was real young, and like was like, this is, you gotta have this mind, like it was all into like the mindset of it. And so I was a huge fan, and my dad being like the wild man he was, it was they announced like Michael's, this is probably gonna be his last game in Chicago, you know what I mean, before he went to the Wizards. And so my dad was like, we're going, and he literally packed me and my brother in a car, drove us to Chicago. I'm like 6 or something like that.
Wow.
Takes us to the game, and to this day I don't even think my dad got tickets. He somehow got us in.
Wow.
And I'll never forget, I wrote Michael Jordan.
Guy.
Yeah.
I
have the stories, but I wrote Michael Jordan a letter. I remember I wrote him a letter, and I packed up a snack, like little sandwich bag of cat dog Cheez-Its.
No way.
And I like, was like, I gotta get it. And my dad, of course Michael didn't end up getting it, but my dad went up to like some usher and was like, hey, can you give this to Michael for me? He's like, yeah, I got you. And I like felt like he got it, and I was like, so excited.
Oh my God.
But I remember like my dad pushed, dude, the press conference was half the arena. Like they literally put up a fucking like curtain and move shit out of the way, and that's how many people were at his like press conference. It was the most insane thing, and it's like such a young memory I have.
Wow. I remember I thought Jordan was fucking sick as a kid too, mostly probably because of Space Jam. And my family, a lot of them, they're from Chicago, Joliet, and so like they grew, when they lived there, they were going to see like Jordan all the time, so they got to see those games, and I thought it was sick. And Space Jam was inspiring to me, and we had a basketball hoop. I'd like. I was decent. I was at least better than all the kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so I'd be out there, like I remember watching Space Jam one day and going out real young and being like, if I make this shot, I'm meant to play basketball. To just fucking airball it, dude. And then I was like, if I make this shot, I'm meant to play basketball. Just fucking dings it like off the rim. Just like, God damn it, dude.
Basketball was definitely my best sport. Like for sure. Yeah. Like I was like. Yeah, that was.
I feel like that was probably what I was best at too, but I didn't make it too far.
Yeah, well then the funny thing. So I'm a Bulls fan, right?
Right.
And then Pippen goes to the Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan leaves. Rodman and then Rodman and Phil Jackson got traded to the Lakers, and I remember just being like, I'm gonna be a Lakers fan. Like fuck that. Like I was all mad.
Yeah.
And then literally they trade for Shaq and draft Kobe in the same year, and then Good Burger came out, and Shaq's and Good Burger, and I was just like, I loved everything about the Lakers after that.
Yeah.
But I was like more of a Shaq guy until like
I also love Shaq because
Kobe started killing it, and it was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, who's this? You know what I mean, kind of thing. But like, yeah, Shaq was my favorite player when I was like that age.
So
and then
as I'm becoming a basketball fan, and getting more into NBA and stuff. That is what I wish. I think I could have watched the most on TV. Is the Shaq and Kobe duo. That seemed like nuts.
Dude, even better than that, because they beat the shit out of everyone. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. So that was probably great for the audio, but sorry about that, guys. But no, I think that's like the craziest thing was Shaq and Kobe were so dominant, bro. When they won the year in the finals against the Sixers, the only game they lost the entire playoffs was that first game where AI went off.
Damn.
He had like what 50-some points or whatever. He went
Jesus.
off. That was the only game they lost all playoffs.
Jesus Christ.
They swept them after that. So it was like, dude, they had swept everyone before them, and so it wasn't as like high drama. The ones that were the crazy, like the highest drama for me was the Celtics Lakers ones.
Okay.
Dude, because the Celtics beat them, or beat the Lakers. And
that's the big thing. Everyone in LA, I hear fuck Boston.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I hate Boston. I literally, bro. And it was, but that's how you know how good Kobe was. Mm-hmm. It took 5 Hall of Famers to beat him.
Damn, that is fucking crazy.
You had Ray Allen, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Garnett, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Jesus.
Paul Pierce, first ballot Hall of Famer.
What was the score?
Rondo, first ballot Hall of Famer. Like literally. First ballot Hall of Famers all through.
Jesus.
And Kobe said that was the worst like loss he's ever had was losing to the Celtics. And then you go,
was that for the championship?
That was for the championship.
Oh shit.
For the championship, bro.
Jesus.
And then the next,
how many games did it come down to?
I think it went 6 or 7, but
the
the Celtics won, and Kobe was like, that was the worst loss of my career. The Lakers come back the next year and sweep the Magic in the finals, the Dwight Howard Magic, right?
Damn.
And then the following year, rematch. Celtics, Lakers again. All the history, all everything goes.
Jesus.
Bro, it goes 7 games, okay? Goes 7 fucking games. And I'll never forget, I'm at my buddy Christoph's house, and it was going to be Kobe's 5th ring, and I was like, dude, his parents just got back from Japan and had all this sake. And I was like, pour 5 shots of sake. I'm going to take him off if he wins, dude. We got to pull this up, actually. I want to show you
God
this, dude.
damn.
Because of everyone of all time, bro. Kobe, it's because with the addition they made, they knew. They go, we need someone who can guard Paul Pierce. Mm-hmm. And because Kobe's going to be on Ray Allen, we need somebody on Paul Pierce. They end up going out and getting the fucking dude, Ron Artest.
Jesus.
They go get Ron Artest when Ron Artest was like Defensive Player of the Year.
Uh-huh.
And he wore, dude, the best part is Ron Artest's first year on the Lakers, he wore number 37. Okay? Mm-hmm. And no one had ever worn 37 in the NBA. Mm-hmm. And they were like, Ron Artest, why are you wearing number 37? And it was the year Michael Jackson died, and he said that was the number of weeks Thriller was number 1 on the charts. 37 weeks. So I fucking
that's awesome.
Isn't that sick as fuck, bro?
That's fucking sick.
Dude, and Ron Artest, he hit the game winner. It was literally there. It's game 7, all the fucking hype, all the fucking thing. Everyone think Kobe's calling for it, like, give me the ball, blah blah blah, double team, kicks it over to Ron Artest. He goes, give me it back, and Ron just fucking eyeballs this 3, bro.
No,
and Ron Artest, dude, his after press conference is probably the best press conference you'll ever watch.
Oh fuck, I'm excited to see this.
It's so fucking funny, bro.
Dude, it's also funny what you said about bringing the cat dog Cheez-Its and the note
Thank
for
you.
Kobe and being like, he got this. I remember dude, there was one time as a kid, like, I know in your head too, you're like, yeah, he got my message.
Yep.
It's awesome. I remember one time as a kid, like, when I first started getting on the computer, I remember I printed off a picture of a Bionicle, and I waited for my mailman to come, and I was like, do you know my friend Jake Davis or something? And then he's like, yeah, and I was like fucking 4 or 5. And I was like, can you give this to him? And he was like, for sure. And mailman took it.
Just the mailman?
Yeah. He was just like, yeah, I know he's like, I was like, Jake? Yeah, I guess I do, kid, for sure. And he's like, I'll get it to him. And took my letter. I remember going to school, be like, Jake, did you get my Bionicle picture yet? He's like, I haven't got it. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, like, how did you not get it?
I waited for the mailman again, like 2 weeks later. And I was like, hey, Jake said he never got the picture. And he's like, I put it in his mailbox, and I remember just thinking, fuck, I bet his mom took it.
yeah, like he definitely never got it.
And I was like, Jake's mom's a bitch, I guess.
Dude.
So I was like, this mailman definitely got it to Jake.
Where? Like, I know this is it, but I want to see, like, a good resolution, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It didn't exist back then.
Right, it probably didn't, honestly.
We're watching VHS footage.
Bro, I went crazy. I literally was excuse me. I was fucking on my hands and knees in front of his TV.
Holy shit, Dix. This is what, game 6? Game 7. Oh shit.
Game 7, bro.
Game fucking 7.
Yeah,
Jesus fucking
literally
Christ.
Game 7.
Oh my god.
Minute left.
Oh my god. Dude, this is making me pound my beer.
I know, dude. It was 3-point game. Literally, watch this. Kobe gets it. Top of the key, Ray Allen on him. Rasheed Wallace, double team. Kicks it over Artest. He goes, give him back. Jab step. Eyeball.
Oh,
eyeball,
my
bro.
God.
Minute left, dude.
Oh, my God.
Dude, eyeballs it. Jab step, and you can see Kobe going like this. Like, give me it back.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He just... Dude, this was the most hype I've ever been because I wanted to win this so badly, bro. Because so many kids in my school were Celtics fans, too. Dude, just eyeballs Paul Pierce right in the fucking face. He's so pumped. Kobe's so pumped.
God damn.
Dude, I fucking go, line him up. I got through 4 of the shots and fucking puked everywhere. Puked everywhere, bro.
Oh, my God.
Dude, his press conference is the best thing after. It's the funniest thing you'll ever watch. Yeah, look, watch it.
And he trusted us, and he made us feel so good. He made us feel so good. And he passed me the ball. He never passed me the ball. And he passed me the ball. Kobe passed me the ball. And I shot a 3. And Phil didn't want me to shoot the 3. I heard him. And he's the Zen master, so he can speak to you without, he can speak to you, and he don't need a microphone. You can hear him in your head, Ron, don't shoot.
I said whatever.
Dude, he came in so hyped with his whole family, brought him whole family. The press conference was like, "Let's go!" Like he had the fucking, he was going crazy, big bottle of
that's
champagne.
awesome.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. Wearing number 37. How disrespectful, bro.
That's
and he
fucking
changed it. He went back to
awesome.
15 the year after. After they won the
God
championship, he went back to
damn.
15.
He went back.
Yeah, 37 Ron Artest, just 1 year, bro. No one in the
MJ,
NBA's ever worn
dude,
it.
For Michael Jackson, that's badass.
Such a badass, bro.
Holy shit.
So hopefully you guys are NBA fans or you've turned off the podcast at this point. But yeah, shout out. It's just crazy when you think about like it makes you feel old when you're like, damn, like LeBron's still fucking like
Yeah.
Like you can come out of a 15-year coma and still doing it.
I would love seeing that picture of him like on the side of the court with like a flip phone taking a picture and shit, and he's just like, he's from that era.
It's like the dunk contest, and he's like taking the video.
Yeah. I mean, there's people playing with him that wouldn't be able to tell you what a VHS is.
I mean, it's but that's the thing is like he's played with there was a kid there was a clip that went viral. I think it was last season. A kid came up to him and he was like, man, my dad's first game was against you, and he's playing against his son now.
Oh my god!
And he's like, "Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that."
Oh,
like,
it's fucking hilarious. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
There was a picture that went viral of Gary Payton Jr. at an All-Star game where LeBron's playing and fucking he's with his dad watching LeBron at the All-Star game, and now like they're in the league together.
Yeah,
like,
Jesus. Have you ever seen Norm Macdonald in the doing the press conferences after? Just asking players.
The one with Blake
questions
Griffin is
and
great.
shit?
Yeah. He's like, it's your buddy Norm.
It's your old friend.
Dude, he's so funny. Like
Jesus Christ.
You guys, haven't you ever thought it's weird that no one's ever won Rookie of the Year twice?
Yeah.
He goes, you think you'll be the first to repeat?
Some kind of curse.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna try real hard to get it. Like, Blake's actually funny.
Blake's funny. I mean, I fucking that dude fucking came up on the Comedy Store stage and kissed me in front of Blake Griffin during Adam Ray's.
Whoa,
Dr. Phil.
Wait, hold up. A dude kissed you when Blake Griffin was on stage?
Yeah, Dr. Phil, Adam Ray, he brought me up on stage again. He made me a part of the show like a few times. It was in Sal, Dax Shepard, and Blake Griffin, and then
Sal Trillo?
No, Sal Volcano, Impractical Jokers,
okay, yeah.
and then and Rick Glassman and Dr. Phil. He was bringing me back on stage to. He was like, "No, we want you to kiss Rick. No, let's bring Noah back up here to give Rick a big old kiss."
Rick Glassman?
Yeah. And then so I go up and I'm like closing in on Rick, and everyone's like, "Kiss," and Rick's like, "I don't kiss for comedy. We can pull it up." And and he's like, "I don't kiss for comedy anymore." And then Dr. Phil, he's like, calls this other guy up on stage, this big Duck Dynasty hairy dude, and just walks right up and grabs my head and fucking plants one on me, and the whole fucking room goes ape shit. Everyone's just like, whoa. You can see me, if you could look at it in like almost slow motion, you see me when the guy's coming up, I'm like going up for a handshake, and he just grabs my head and plants one on me.
One on the lips?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. There's so many comments that say, "Go Noah," with like pride flags and stuff. And I'm like, holy shit. The guy's actually funny as hell. I see he goes to like every Dr. Phil show now. The guy that kissed me, and fucking we grabbed a beer afterwards and was like just chatting, cool dude. We're like, yeah, we should have like a fucking double date night with her. He was like, yeah, my fiance is gonna be pissed when she sees that I just went over and kissed a fucking man on stage. And I'm like, I don't know what my girlfriend's gonna think.
I like you're like,
either.
we got a beer after.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, we should just get our girls together and like we'll watch it together. Let them see it for the first time. Be like, well, what do you guys think?
Dude, that's fucking funny.
So he's tight now. Yeah.
Yeah, how'd you guys meet? We'll just show.
Yeah.
That's funny. There was a ton of people at the fucking in the main room for the Comedy Store last night.
Oh yeah.
Like people like I even saw like Sasha and shit. Like people were like what, the comics like when I think it was because everyone was like it was Jeselnik like return or whatever.
So everyone was just hanging there.
Yeah. So
Nice.
there was a bunch of because I saw he was at the Improv and then I was like there's a bunch of people going in the main room and like stuff and then I was like what's going on? And they're like like Jeselnik's like first set in there in like a year or something like that. So but I guess a bunch of people like came.
Okay. God damn. I wish I would have went. Fucking. I was dealing with this, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking
Noah
broke my little
was
finger.
fingering himself too hard. And he broke his finger.
little too far up the ass.
Yeah, we all been there. I mean, you guys know my fucking big ass, fucking broken ass finger.
Oh, my cat scared me, and I like turned too fast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
its fucking finger's gone, dude, out of commission.
That's funny. You guys are probably also missing Sandy. She'll hopefully be back for the next episode. Finally.
God damn it.
I know she brings so much energy to the room.
I think you've seen me more than you've seen Sandy.
Oh, 100%. I haven't seen Sandy since Christmas, bro.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so you guys, we don't know. I was FaceTiming her earlier. I was
Oh,
like,
my God.
you remember your daddy?
Oh, my God.
So other than sports, the other thing in entertainment, the Oscars happened. Did you feel the earthquake?
Was it during the Oscars?
I got crushed. I was here playing God of War.
No.
Speaking of, we're actually going to start streaming video games too after every podcast and stuff. So tune in for that. That'll be a cool another thing that we can just kind of do.
It's intense.
Yeah, and it'll be
You're
kind of
not
cool
gonna wanna
we'll
miss
be
it.
doing like stuff. We'll be doing it live, which will be cool because this isn't live. So maybe we'll mess around and do a live episode.
You may see the
coming up
end
soon.
of the podcast on one of those.
Yeah, you see that. You'll see after we have all the beers.
Depending on
and,
no, like the end of the podcast forever, depending on how those games
Oh,
go.
yeah, right.
At some point, I don't know.
But no, I was sitting here playing God of War and the fucking, sometimes there's crashes out here and it shakes the place. Like
Yeah.
I think Alec, wasn't I on the phone with you that one time when the accident? Like I think the accident may have happened when I was. Yeah. But and then I put on my story and you're like, oh shit, that was like a big So you will like shake the my apartment. So I thought it was that, and then it just like kept going, and I was like,
Was it pretty immersive while you were playing? You're like,
Yeah.
I'm so fucking strong.
yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. Is like I don't know about you guys, but I always like feel in my stomach right before it's gonna happen.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like my stomach gets like whatever, and then the place starts shaking.
Dude, I used to do that joke. It was the week fucking JD Vance was getting popular, and I used to do that joke because there was a big, crazy earthquake that happened. I remember I didn't know what was going on. It felt like I was sitting on the couch playing video games, and it felt like someone was like standing up from underneath the couch, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I used to say, I looked over, it was just JD Vance fucking the shit out of my couch. Dude. But it was that crazy earthquake, and it felt like a grown man was like standing up from under the cushions, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
The craziest one I've ever been in, my brother was visiting. We went to a Mexican restaurant, and the fucking lights were like bashing into the walls and shit. It was like,
Christ.
yeah, it was like they were swinging, and it was. I remember it being long. Like sometimes it's like over in 30 seconds. This one was like 2 minutes.
Oh,
it was like fucking long, dude. I was like, welcome to California, bro. Like,
oh my,
thanks for coming out and visit.
I'm just waiting for the tsunami to come back in.
But
Oscars.
Yeah, for the Oscars, I honestly didn't see much because I thought I think the movie scene right now is at an all-time
it's
low.
fucking garbage, and that's what I want to talk about too about
Yeah.
this year's Oscars. I watched the Oscars, but for Conan,
Yeah.
for Conan O'Brien, because I thought he fucking killed it.
That
his opening.
that bit he had when he just goes, now we're at the halfway point of the show, so it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile. I was like, that is hilarious.
so awesome, dude.
So funny.
I hope he hosts every year. I
Yeah,
hope he hosts.
he's so funny.
He's the goat. He's
Yeah.
the goat.
I love Conan. He's like our late night guy that we grew up with. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I grew up
Yeah.
on Conan for
Yeah,
sure.
he was by far my favorite, and Craig Ferguson too.
Craig Ferguson's
Ferguson was funny as fuck.
Yeah,
But Conan was my guy.
I've told the story here a million times. I'm not gonna tell it again. But when I got to see him do the NFL Honors
Yeah.
show at halftime,
Yeah.
that was fucking just like, that was worth it. Period. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he was killing it. He was so funny. I remember he was like, yeah, it's nice to be here at the 4th annual NFL Honor show because it's always been my dream growing up to host this show. Well, in the last 2 years, it's been my dream to host this show. Like he was just ripping on the show so hard. It was so good. Yeah, it was really funny. But
dude, these movies.
dude, the movie scene is awful.
It's so bad.
I didn't realize how blessed
I
we
watched
were.
Anora, and I was like, all right, that was a good movie. I didn't watch it and think, oh my god, this is gonna win so many awards. Like this deserves so much. Like, oh, these people were so great. I was like, yeah, it was a fun stripper movie, I guess.
Yeah, well, remember
You know?
when we were talking about like on the Demi episode? Check that out as well. About like movies and stuff. It's like I'm a hardcore movie fan. Like it's a part of my childhood.
Yeah.
the movie theater was like a safe haven for me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I loved going to the movie theater.
I'd go to movies alone all the time.
Oh, dude, I've been, dude. You know, when I worked for the Raiders, I had no friends. I fucking went to the movies. Dude, my Sunday ritual is I would go to the movies, get a fucking nachos with a bunch of jalapenos and a blue icy.
Oh,
Dude, it was the.
I get 3 AMC hot dogs, just some fucking meat missiles.
Yeah.
Dude, go in there. Oh, but what I started doing, there was a Burger King across the street, and that's when they started doing $1.50 10-piece nuggets.
Oh.
So I'd get like 50 nuggets, and I'd put them in the hood
Dude.
of my hoodie, and then I just walk in. And
Bro,
once I get in
pound
there-
me right now.
Dude,
For whatever reason, the food that I would always bring into the movie theater
Yeah.
was Burger King.
Oh,
For
dude.
whatever reason, because my dad we'd always go
perfect.
get the back when they were goated, the like their chicken sandwiches, like the long chicken sandwiches.
Yeah,
We'd
dude.
stuff one of those in our hoodie pocket. Dude, a fucking whole chicken sandwich. My dad, my mom, we would eat Chinese food in the fucking theater. We used to bring
Yeah.
full meals, but I mean, like I said, dude, the movie theaters period. Like I remember, I think I've maybe talked about this before too, but I went and saw. Me and my friends used to go all the time. And we would stick a pencil in the door and then go out and smoke and come back and watch 2 movies. And the 2 we saw on the same day was Pineapple Express and Step Brothers.
Wow.
I swear it added like 6 years of my life. I laughed so much that
That's
day.
awesome.
Dude, it was incredible.
Dude, I found a little when we were younger and we used to like fucking run around and fuck around as kids. I found there was like on one of the doors of the AMC there was this little because there was no handles on the outside, but part of this rubber piece was hanging off the door, so I could just pull open this door in the back. So I just started looking at movie times and I just walk in and then go in there.
Well, that's the thing. We went to the theater. It's called Distinta, bro. They had 28 screens, so like you would be back there for hours and not see and it's a single employee. You know, like, they didn't give a fuck.
There were 24 on ours, and then I don't know if this was a thing in every AMC, but when you walk in, there was this giant like circular, just outer space. Like you just look up into space, and if you yelled, it did this space echo. So like kids would be like, yeah, you just walk in and be like, hello, and it would be hello, hello. It was it was something that they did. It was some gimmick they had like programmed in there, you know, to like for people to just yell in the movie theater and it would echo. It was fucking crazy.
We used to go to every movie. Like I saw Norbit in theaters. I swear, dude, like that's how much I was going to the movies. I saw Norbit in theaters.
We saw everything. We saw
Norbit. Dude, I remember we used to go into movies and there'd be no like I remember the one time we did this multiple times. We would get a pack of gummy bears, right?
Yeah.
We'd get a pack of gummy bears and then get those like plastic spoons.
Yeah.
And we'd lick the back of the gummy bear and then launch it at the screen and it would stick onto the screen. And by the end of the movie, there'd be like 50 gummy bears stuck to the screen, making all this different color and shit.
Fucking assholes.
Oh, we were the worst, dude.
Jesus.
The worst kids.
Dude, my biggest pet peeve probably in life is fuckers pulling out their goddamn phones in movie theaters.
My
Fucking, they'll be on full
dude.
brightness and shit, and I won't give a fuck. Like I don't confront that many people. If I'm in a movie, dude, I didn't pay to fucking see your goddamn Facebook
I went to
feed.
I went to see Zombieland, right?
Yeah.
Great film. You seen Zombieland?
Yeah.
Those movies are great.
So good.
Yeah. So when we went to, I think it was the second one, and it was when I was living up in the Bay, and we went to see Zombieland. And funny enough, I'm in line. This is just part of the story, but I'm in line, and this kid comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, can you buy me a ticket to this movie? I'm going to see it with my friends, and you have to be 16. I'm 15. They're all 16, or you have to be like whatever." And I was like, "What movie is it?" And he's like, Zombieland. I was like, yeah, I got you. I'm going to see it too. I was like, that's not too bad of a movie.
Yeah.
I'll be a cool guy. So I bought him a ticket or whatever, and we get in the movie. This is not the same kid. I want to preface this. Not the same kid. But we're in the movie, and I hear someone talking like pretty loud. Mm-hmm. And on my thing, they're talking to the person next to them, of course, right?
Oh.
I turn back. This person's just straight up on the fucking phone.
Oh.
On the phone, bro. In the middle of the movie. Oh. And you know me, I'm not afraid to confront somebody at all. So I literally go, are you on the phone? As loud as I go, are you on the fucking phone right now?
Oh.
And he just goes, he just goes, and I just go, dude, I didn't pay money to hear you listen to you talk on the fucking phone. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And he just like turned it off. And I was like, how do you think it's okay? Because it wasn't like, hey, I'm in the movie. I'll call you back. It was like, he's talking like full conversation. I was like,
dude, you've seen Rogue One, right? Star Wars.
Yeah.
Dude, when Rogue One came out, I went to see it. I saw it like 8 times in theaters, not gonna lie. But the second time,
most people think that's weird. I don't.
Dude,
I see movies multiple times.
The second time I went to see it, there's a fucker sitting in a row, like right here, and he's just on Facebook, just scrolling through the feed.
Bright as fuck.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I was like texting his mom, like go and text his mom about the movie, like movie's good so far and stuff. And I was like, hey, put your phone away. Like, I didn't pay money to see your phone screen. And then he's like, just looked at me, mean mugged me, and like puts it away for a little bit, pulls it back out. It's like, movie's pretty, like, it's getting really good. And so, and I'm like, full bright. And I'm like, dude, what? And he made like a Facebook post about it too. He's like, Rogue One, I'm halfway through Rogue One. It's sick. Like, I can see it. And I was like, dude, and I threw a fucking piece of popcorn at him. And I was like, put the goddamn phone away. And then their fucking whole group is mean mugging me. And he puts it away a little bit. Third time, he pulls it out. And it's like they're going into Scarif at that point. You know, it's like about to get the climax of the movie. And I had already seen it. I lean up to their whole group, and I'm like, Chirrut Inway is going to die. And then Blaze Malice dies. Jyn Erso blown up. Fucking, like, I'm just like, I'm just like, this is the whole ending of the movie. I saw this last week. This person dies. Like, I listed out the whole ending of the movie. I was like, Darth Vader comes out. It's a sick scene, but sorry to spoil it for you. Like, and they were furious. I was like, put the goddamn phone away. Dude, fuck you.
Dude, I love how you just ruined the movie for him because that's something I would do.
Yeah.
But like, dude, have you been to the Look Theater over here in Glendale? It's fucking sick, bro.
I won't go to see a movie in Glendale anymore.
Why?
I want to watch the movie, not deal with a bunch of fuckheads.
Oh, is that in Glendale?
Dude, I go to AMC Glendale and it's
Dude,
just
I'm telling you,
berserk.
the look, no one knows about it. It's brand new. Everything's clean as fuck. Recliners, they serve you in your seat. It's
Yeah?
like, yeah, they have crazy movie deals all the time.
Oh, shit,
it's
okay.
Fucking, dude, it's the best. I'm
I'm
telling
gonna
you,
go-
it's a hidden gem.
Oh shit! Okay.
And so I've been going a lot, but nothing's been good to see lately, right? So anyway, so I went to go see Spider-Man, the animated one.
Yeah.
The second one.
Spider-Verse, yeah.
Yeah, I think those movies are incredible.
Yeah, we're not going to see another one until like 2099 or 2029. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, it got pushed back to like 2028 or 2029.
The first one I thought should have won Best Picture. Like
Amazing.
I think I'm like someone who doesn't hold animated movies as like a lower regard of like.
No, Lego movies were incredible.
Oh, dude, and Dragon Ball Z is my favorite show. I always say Dragon Ball Z is on like the level of like Sopranos and like The Wire. And
yeah.
stuff. It's, like, one
Have
of the
you
best
seen a
shows.
Dragon Ball Z movie in theaters?
It's amazing.
It's so.
Me and my brothers went.
Everyone's
we went and saw the
fucking-
Broly one. It was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Golden Frieza and shit.
Everyone's
dude.
going just.
And the storyline's just incredible. Like that show is incredible, especially when you go all the way back to Dragon Ball. It's like it's one of the best. You literally go from this guy as a baby to like through his whole life. It's amazing.
You know.
But anyway, real quick. So I went to that Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Bro, it's like 15 minutes into the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
15 minutes already in. I haven't seen it since. So like, and this kind of fucked it up, right? So I'm like 15 minutes into the movie, the second one, and this lady comes in, and she's like, "You're in my seat." She's with her kid, and he's like probably like 10, and she's like, "You're in my seat," and I was like, "What's your seat number?" And she was like 8 or like D8 or whatever. And I just literally, it's like one of those things you have a tray in front of you because you like recliner. I go, "Yeah, this is D7. Like you're in that seat." You know what I mean? And she goes, "I'm gonna go get somebody," and I go, "All right, go ahead." So she goes and gets somebody, comes back, and then she goes, "What's the problem?" And I go, "I guess she thinks I'm in her seat." And she goes, "What's your seat number?" I go, "D7. She goes, "What's yours?" She goes, "D8. And she goes, "Yeah, that's yours." And like, and mind you, wide open theater. Like wide open theater. Like you could sit anywhere else. She didn't apologize, wouldn't say sorry, anything. And I just go, dude, I couldn't believe it. I go, "You're not even gonna apologize?" And she just looked at me, and I just go, I was like, "I don't even want to fucking sit next to you. You smell." I was like, "You stink." And I literally get up and move like a couple seats down, you know? Yeah, I tell you, stinks. I get up and move a couple seats down, but I had ordered food already. So the guy comes with like my snacks or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes to the seat down there that was my seat, you know what I mean? And I go, "Oh yeah, I'm over here." I go, she got the wrong seat. It's really embarrassing. She won't even apologize. I'm sure she's really embarrassed. Like it's I was talking full volume, like in front of the whole movie. I go, "Yeah, she's sort of really embarrassed." I go, "Yeah, yeah, she's an idiot." And she won't say, but yeah, I just was embarrassing her so bad.
Wow.
And so at the end of the movie, I'm reclined. And she was waiting so hard for me to get up to leave before her, and I refused. I was just waiting for her so she would have to walk by me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I still had my recliner down, so she would have to like literally scoot by me. And I was like, "You like the movie?" "No." I go, "Oh, sorry, your mom's a fucking dumb bitch, kid." You know, but I was just laying into this dude. I was just like, because I was like, "How do you not even say sorry?" Like,
Jesus.
you literally, and it was like you took my attention away from the movie, so I missed like 5 minutes of the movie, 10 minutes of the movie, like because of like, yeah, I was just like, I was pissed. I was like, "What are you talking about?" And it's a wide open theater. Sit somewhere else, even if I wasn't here. But I'm not even in your seat. I'm like,
Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even in your seat.
I guess now that I think about, I did do that same thing with it was Endgame.
Really?
I did that to somebody. I went to the first viewing of all those Marvel movies, the very first showing in the city, and those were always the most fun. And
Oh
Infinity
yeah,
War
I'm a
Endgame,
midnight.
Dude, did
yeah.
you see those Infinity War and Endgame, like the first
In
ones?
midnight, yeah.
Those theater reactions with all those diehard, like there's nothing better.
Dude,
I remember.
I grew up going to every midnight release for every. I went to all the Spider-Man 1 through 3 midnight release.
Yeah.
I went to the best midnight release I ever went to.
Yeah.
But the best midnight one I ever went to was when Star Wars came back, the Phantom Menace.
Yes,
bro, I went
yes.
to that one.
Oh, Phantom Menace.
Dude, Phantom Menace.
Wow.
I went to midnight release for that, bro. And you know, Star Wars movie hadn't come out since the 70s.
I was one, so I couldn't fucking.
Yeah, I was at that, bro. And I was a
Wow.
kid. My dad, again, me, my dad, my brother went.
Wow.
Bro, you want to talk about line around the block? Everyone's dressed up. People were fucking lightsaber battling in the fucking thing. It was the most like.
I couldn't imagine.
So I'm a big midnight release piece. Person
Yeah.
too.
My first midnight release that I went to see was, and I was pretty young. I hadn't seen The Dark Knight yet, but The Dark Knight Rises was coming out at midnight. But they were playing The Dark Knight right before, and so it
Ooh,
would
double
end.
feature.
Yeah, it
Wow,
would end and go
that's
into The
great.
Dark Knight as it came out, and
That's
so
dope.
that was the first night I saw it, and I was just like, dude,
That's fucking
it
incredible.
Was fucking, it blew my mind. I had a Batman hoodie. You pull the hood up, and it was like the mask over the eyes, just sitting there, and like unreal. This is unreal.
Before episode 9 came out, or I mean episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
Before episode 7 came out, me and my brothers all watched every Star Wars in a row.
Yeah.
And episode 7 was actually good.
Yeah.
And then they fucking
Dude, I remember leaving the theater after that with so many questions. Like, who is Rey? They started off great. Like, the Finn storyline was going to be great. I mean,
I'll never forget
Han
Ryan
Solo's
Johnson, bro.
death was,
I'll never forget Ryan Johnson.
dude,
that guy is a piece of shit.
No, as soon as Luke threw it over, fucking the Casino Planet shit. Like,
you see Kathleen Kennedy's stepping down?
Yeah, baby. And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are up.
You know,
and even Kevin Feige's.
You know Filoni went to my high school.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Dave Filoni went to my library.
No way. I worked with him a few times.
My high school has some sick alumni. And Dave Filoni, if you're a nerd, it's like, yeah, Filoni went to my high school.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
I don't want to say where I work, my other job, but fucking we've worked on a bunch of the Star Wars animated stuff, and Filoni is a great guy. I love that man.
Yeah, if you ever run into him or whatever, just be like, Mount Lebanon?
Oh, Mount Lebanon. Okay.
You know what's funny too? The girl who made I think whatever she made some really awesome Star Wars thing. It might have been Rogue One, but one of the girls that worked on one that she's Asian. She went to Mount Lebanon too.
Really?
And yeah, and she's like, again, like there's whatever reason there's like such deep Star Wars like
dude
appreciation.
My mom, so she's a nurse anesthetist, and she does a lot of work in this colonoscopy place, just knocking people out before their colonoscopy. And she was talking to this lady out there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, my kid works in California, works in film," and so she's like, "Oh, mine works in film too," and they're like, "Oh, my son, he got to work on a couple Star Wars things." Like, my daughter works on Star Wars things too, and I don't want to say her name, but her last name is Dameron too, and the whole family, that's their last name, their family last name, Dameron, and so she ended up getting to work with JJ, and then I guess she contributed so much and like so many great ideas, and JJ loved working with her that he named Poe Dameron after her. Yeah, and so like my mom's like, yeah, these are the Damerons, and I'm like, these are who Poe's named after. I'm like, what? And they're from Kansas City.
Really?
So like she was taking care of them back in Kansas City, and then got us connected out here. Like the brother does like comedy out here too, and does like improv stuff. So I was like,
did you see that they're re-releasing Revenge of the Sith for the 20th anniversary?
Dude, let's go. Do you want to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Alec, you want to go?
Let's do it.
Should we go see it? Should we go see it in like 4DX?
We should go see it at the Look.
Dude, imagine the Battle of Coruscant, that opening in 4D.
Dude.
Just fucking. This is where the fun begins,
dude. Yeah. Did you see Did you see the movie poster for it?
Oh yeah, it looks so.
It looks so good, bro.
Oh,
that's the best movie poster probably of all time. Is the one of when Phantom Menace came out, and it's what I'm talking about. When it's Anakin and his shadow,
dude. With Vader's shadow.
Yeah, it's
I
so
had
good.
that poster on the wall as a kid. I just fucking
it's
like
so good, man.
Oh my god,
that's why I like. I mean, dude, I used to spend hours on Wikipedia.
Dude, yeah. I remember having all the physical Star Wars encyclopedias that I'd like check out from the libraries and stuff, and I'd just be like,
"Who's your top 5 favorite Star Wars characters? No order."
Oh shit. Okay. Well, first one that came to mind was Jango Fett. Okay. I love Jango Fett. I think he's one of the most fascinating. That's a cool one, yeah. Just bad. I love Camino. Shit. That fucking the slave one. Fuck. Oh, dude. Fucking Obi-Wan, I think, is the greatest Jedi to ever live. Did you watch Clone Wars?
Yeah, of course.
Did you see like Duchess Satine and stuff? Obi-Wan loved too, but he never gave into it. And like Obi-Wan's the greatest.
That's why it's so good to learn like the whole Qui-Gon story, because Qui-Gon was in love too, and he broke the rules, brought Obi-Wan with him, and she died. And, like I think that would have been a really good.
I think in the same realm as Qui-Gon, I think Dooku's one of my favorite characers and most complex. And he being Dooku a Jedi, and he was Qui-Gon's master.
So you got Obi-Wan. Django, Dooku.
Am I just saying all Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
Dude. Okay. Shout out to what was his name? He was a droid R4, like P5 or something. He was who. So remember in A New Hope when Luke's they're shopping for the droids when the Jawas bring him the droids. So the droid that had a bad motivator that exploded.
Yeah.
So later on, there was a writer. He was a big Star Wars fan and got to write like this Star Wars comic, and he wrote the story of that droid. And this droid became one of my favorites because he fucking killed himself to save the galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Because he knew R2 from the Clone Wars, and so when they got to talking like in the Jawa sandcrawler on the way, R2 was like,
I gotta get
this is
reunited.
I'm
Yeah.
on this mission and I'm trying to get these plans and stuff. And then when Luke chose R4 first and started, or maybe it was R5 and started bringing him over, like in the comic too, the droid knew it. Said it like gave one look at R2 too, like almost as a salute, and was like,
Scramble himself.
this is for the Republic, and just
Sick.
fucking like blew himself up and just committed suicide just so R2 could
That's
get
a cool
the
part
plans.
about like George's writing is he makes like droids like so important and like
Dude,
cool and stuff.
yeah.
But keep going. So
Shit, now maybe I love that droid. I think because of that
Okay.
story and heroic sacrifice, it's a story that's untold.
no, it's cool. I know a lot about. I never knew that part.
Yeah. I think, fuck, dude, maybe I want to say,
Jar Jar.
dude, I was about to say R2 too. I mean, he's kind of
I mean,
just
R2's
he's kind
a
of
sick
a
ass
G.
character. Yeah.
It's sort of. I feel like I'm picking all from the prequels too.
No,
I
R2's
don't
in all
know.
of it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
R2 was there for the birth of Leia and the death of Leia.
that's true.
R2's been there forever. And you know, fun fact too, you might not know this, on Anakin and Padme's wedding, because they kind of get married in secrets, they swap droids. So that's why you see that's why you see 3PO
Okay.
with Padme after they get married, and you see R2 start now with
That makes
thing,
sense.
because they couldn't swap wedding rings, so they swapped droids.
That makes sense.
Isn't that cool?
Wow. Wow. Because Anakin built.
And if you notice that
3PO,
before, before that they're
And
each other's
R2
droids.
is who like saved the ship.
Isn't that
Padme's
crazy?
Ship. Wow. Yeah.
And that's also, I'm sure you heard that one too, like where like R2 doesn't stay with the ship anymore because Anakin told him to stay
love
with the
that.
ship. Yeah,
I love
like,
that.
Love that
The
detail.
novelizations bring out so much
it's-
more.
George is like that's the whole thing. Like George is such a good like writer. You know what I mean? Like people don't give him credit for like how good of a writer he is.
Dude, can I throw out Soar's Bandame as one of my favorite? He's the kid that said, Master Skywalker's to me of what we're going to do. Soar's Bandame, R.I.P. There was a poll online there was an open poll, enter in whoever, for the greatest Jedi of all time. And it came down to Luke Skywalker, and there was second place Soar's Bandame, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's funny.
Enough people pulled through for Soar's, dude.
I think my favorite Star Wars characters would
Yeah.
be definitely Anakin / Vader.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's just the best
The
story.
most tragic character ever written
Yeah, it's just
in
the
history,
best
I
story.
think.
It's like awesome.
It's Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Like,
So definitely him. I don't think I can throw him in, but honor mention him to Plo Koon.
ooh, Plo Koon.
He's just got sick ass like
good guy, too.
yeah, and just sick ass like him training like helping out Ahsoka and like
Yeah.
doing just sick
Yeah.
ass character.
Do you think he's dead?
Yeah,
You wanna say he's
they
dead?
purposely shot him down in a plane because they were afraid
Yeah.
to fight him. You know
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
made him go in the air. They were like, "We're not fighting him on ground. Like he'll fuck us all up." Yeah, so they made him fly.
Oh my god, that's unreal.
That's a little other like
That
you
just
see him
gave me
in-
goosebumps
Yeah, you
right
see him get
there.
shot down because they were like
They
they were like
made him fly.
Yeah, they were like oh we have to go on this mission, and because they knew they were like if we fight him on the ground we're about to get fucking rocked by him. He's a beast.
God, dude.
So yeah, Anakin, I think Dooku for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Dooku's a goat.
Did you watch the Tales of the Jedi thing?
Yes, when you see his
Dude,
turn,
it's so
when he
good.
fights Yaddle and he
Yeah,
doesn't
when he-
want to fight Yaddle.
Yeah, it's so
and it's like
good.
it's because of the death of Qui-Gon.
Yep.
But even when it starts out and
Yeah.
like you see him choking out those fuckers, but it's almost for the greater good, you know,
100%.
because he wasn't that bad
No,
of
and
a guy.
his whole plan was the whole time to throw over Dooku too. You know,
Yeah.
or throw over,
Over
Palpatine.
Yeah. He wanted Obi-Wan's help. Like, I think. Do you think if Qui-Gon didn't die, then he
100%.
was
If Qui-Gon doesn't die, he ends up training Anakin, and then also Dooku doesn't turn.
Yeah.
So it would have been like perfect.
Oh
but
shit! Yeah, I guess Dooku wouldn't have turned. But I'm also, what if?
That's
Dooku,
why that
if
that
Dooku
fight.
did,
I think the best fight scene in Star Wars history is Maul versus Qui-Gon.
really over the Annie-Obi fight.
100%.
Really?
It's literally called the Duel of the Fates.
The
'Cause
Duel of the
if
Fates,
he-
yeah.
If he dies, Anakin's going one way.
Anakin's going
and
one
he
way.
if he lives,
Literally
he's going
the
other way.
entire story of Star
Dude,
Wars.
it's so epic, and it's such a long battle, and like again, like yeah, the other one is like you had all that time, but I just think that like fucking they killed it. I think that battle is just so epic.
I have goosebumps all over my
I
body.
know,
right
dude.
now.
It's so yeah. So I think Anakin, Dooku,
Okay.
Obi-Wan,
yeah.
yeah.
Just a G.
I would say Qui-Gon, but you didn't get enough time with him.
Yeah.
I would have liked more time with Qui-Gon.
yeah.
Those three, Han Solo.
Oh yeah. And then you're getting
He
into
just
like
has the sickest lines.
Yeah, see, I was going to like that
Yeah.
realm. That's where my mind was, and I'm forgetting about all those cool motherfuckers.
He just has the
you know?
sickest lines. Like the
I
fact.
know.
I love that Harrison was like,
Yeah,
He should
you're
say
supposed
that.
to say "I love you too."
Yeah.
He's like, Han wouldn't fucking
yeah, he's
say
like, it's
this.
just so much more badass to say it now.
Oh.
Han, and then I think last has to be. I'm stuck between Mace Windu or Yoda, but
one
of those two,
dude.
Because my favorite color is purple, so I always would be
Mace
like,
is so
if I could have a
cool.
purple lightsaber, I definitely would have
in
a
the
purple
in
lightsaber.
the Tarkovsky Clone Wars, the older animated Clone Wars, when it was like people say it's the most accurate depiction of the Force when it's Mace Windu solo fighting an
Dude.
army of battle droids.
Back when it was like on
crushing
Toonami, and he
up,
just fucking went nuts.
Oh my god, unreal. And
You know what I feel like right now?
What?
Have you seen the Alex Jones meme when it's like oh, like, you're not going to talk politics at Thanksgiving, are you? And he's like, Emperor Palpatine was a little-known senator from Naboo, and he started
Trade Federation.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny. It's like, oh my god, I don't know why that's just so funny. Like,
Dude, there's this fan-made clip on YouTube. It makes me cry like a bitch every time I see it. It's the scene in A New Hope where Obi-Wan's talking to Luke, and he's like, "Your father was a great friend of mine," and like it starts flashing back to all their times, like through the prequels and stuff, and he's like, he's a cunning warrior, and they're flying together, and then it makes me
because he was the greatest pilot in the galaxy.
Oh my god, dude! Have you seen the deleted scenes from A New Hope where there's like some of the other X-wing pilots? They're like, "Are you sure you can fly this thing, son?" And Biggs is like, Luke was Skywalker is the best pilot I've ever seen, and then one of the other pilots is like, Skywalker, eh? He's like, I once flew with Skywalker like back in the Clone Wars and stuff, and he saved my ass, And he was like, I was the hotshot pilot at that time until I saw Skywalker, and like, dude, then I'm just thinking about the stories, like what
Well,
kind
that's the
of
whole thing.
mission
Everyone
were
thinks
they on?
Anakin died, so like,
Yeah, that's what
he was a legend.
no one knows, really what happened to him.
Like, like you fought with my father.
He was a war hero. He went down as a war hero, basically.
Was a little-known senator from Naboo. Finances.
Like, yeah, I don't know much about Star Wars. The rest of the bottle.
And then he plays victim. He says, pacifist Republic isn't doing enough to help him.
Just Alex Jones just going over Palpatine's fucking deception.
from Naboo.
Little-known senator from Naboo starts a terrorist uprising. Dude, it's so good.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
How was Nora winning Best Picture? And what
Well,
happened to
you just
movies like Star Wars?
You just realize how spoiled we were growing up. Because I think
Jurassic
I think the
Park.
reason we were so spoiled growing up is because not only were the new movies coming out great, but our parents' movies that they were showing were great.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like Quentin Tarantino was talking about. He was like, yeah, like the 70s was the golden age for filmmaking. I mean, you had Star Wars, you had The Godfather, you had, just
like 70s leveled up so much stuff, which is why the 80s movies were fucking insane.
and that's what he said. He's like, and then the 80s sucked, and then he's like, then the 90s came around, and you had fucking The Matrix, you had Pulp Fiction, you had fucking Jurassic Park, you had Hook, you had fucking just banger after banger. You mean Dupree?
Shout out to Hook, dude. Rufio.
Yeah.
Rufio.
Not you mean Dupree. Fucking Dumb and Dumber. Fucking
Ace
Liar
Ventura,
Liar.
The
Ace
Mask.
Ventura, The Mask.
Fucking.
I mean, just banger after banger, and then like even into the early 2000s with like Old School and like Anchorman.
Even into the early 2000s, like there's
Austin Powers.
There's no classics made like that anymore.
Yeah, dude.
When was the last classic that was made?
And then so I was watching Tarantino's. He's like, I think we're back in like how the 80s was now. Everything's like an IP or a fucking like like they're making movies over the Battleship board game. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
dude. Wait till Connect 4 the movie comes out. Dude.
What's that movie that they're doing with fucking Jack Black and fucking Tetris movie?
They're making a Tetris movie?
Yeah, I think it's like The Rock and Jack Black in it, right?
Oh my god.
Minecraft. That's
Minecraft.
Minecraft. It's like, dude, everything's just an IP now because everyone doesn't want to like, dude, when we were even coming up, like Napoleon Dynamite, all these goofy ass movies.
Oh my
it's like,
god, I'll never forget the first time I saw, or like Big
Days of
Lebowski.
Confused in the 90s, Big Lebowski in the 90s.
Oh my
like all these
God.
independent movies, like Richard Linklater talks about. He goes, dude, I had $3 million to make this movie, and I spent $1 million of it just to get the rights to what do you call it? Slow Ride by Aerosmith.
Oh,
Because he's like, I wouldn't do the movie without it, and he's like,
Wow.
Aerosmith like wouldn't lease it out,
Wow.
wouldn't lease it out. And he's like, and everyone was like, dude, you're using a third of the entire movie's budget on this one. And he's like, I need it. He's like, I fucking need it,
dude.
But that's, and I mean, that movie. Look how many. You know how many people were? Do you realize how many people their first movie was Days of Confused?
Oh,
McConaughey, Ben Affleck,
Affleck too.
Ben Affleck,
Wow.
McConaughey. Dude, look up. I'm gonna look up the cast roll. It's crazy.
Jesus
It's like
Christ.
so many people's first movie. It's like
Wow.
yeah, like, and it's so good. And Richard Linklater, who's like
Wow.
School of Rock, Boyhood, fucking
Yeah.
like banger. He'd be the number one person I would have to write my show.
Dude, I'm obsessed with these YouTube channels. I watch them all the time that they just do deep dives on movies that almost got made or so close to being made. Like, you know, Tarantino had an Iron Man script? Tarantino was making
Really?
an Iron Man movie. Nick Cage was going to be Tony Stark in it, too.
What?
Yeah. Like, it got so close to being made, too.
That's fucking
There's
crazy.
there's so many movies where, like, things fell through. James Cameron was making an R-rated Spider-Man movie. It's going to be the first Spider-Man movie with younger Leo DiCaprio as Peter Parker. It was going to be fucking insane.
That's what I know that the reason it was Toby is because him and Leo are best friends, and Leo ended up not doing it and recommended Toby.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how we got Toby. Yeah, 'cause him and Leo are best friends because they're both child actors. Like, they were both,
wow. That's fucking amazing.
yeah, he's the one who recommended him.
Jesus.
But dude, I mean, yeah, the film industry right now is just all time. Dude, I went to see fucking I think we might have talked about this, but I went to see Killers of the Flower Moon, and I'm like, bro, you got all my Paisans in it. You got Scorsese, you got De Niro, you got Leo.
yeah.
Worst piece of shit I've ever seen.
Really?
Dude, that movie is the biggest snooze fest.
Wow.
And not only is it a snooze fest, it's fucking so long. Mm-hmm. It's like 3.5 hours. And
I didn't like The Irishman that much either.
yeah, it was.
all
I mean,
right.
The Irishman looks like best picture next to this thing. It was so bad and so boring. And then literally, it gets the worst part is like 3 hours in. It's like, all right, it's over. You're like, this movie's over. And then they're like, never mind, it's not. And you have another half an hour, right?
Yeah.
To end the exact same way it would have ended.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
it's for nothing. Like, it's
Oh,
literally
Jesus.
like you think it's gonna change. He gets out, whatever this thing happens, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be different. And then literally, bro, the exact same thing happens.
Dude, okay, this might be a hot topic, and maybe I have the wrong opinion. Okay, I support the writer's strike. Support the writer's strike. All right. I think put it to the big man. The big man is screwing over the little guy. But as the strike would go on, I lost my job because of it. I couldn't work on movies anymore, and I was like, I was doing okay. I wasn't making a lot of money, but I was able to get by. And I was like, I'm not able to get by anymore. And I was like, I support the strike. And then I started thinking, I was like, what are these writers even writing anyway? I was like, fuck, they got the deal made, but what do we get out of it? Another season of Young Sheldon?
well,
Like,
that's
what
the
the
thing.
fuck?
Like, I think a writer's room,
Live action cats?
writers' rooms are like most of the best things that have ever been written have been written by one person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially a movie.
Yeah.
Writer's rooms are only like for writers' rooms. It's like, all right, like I said, like that show I've run. I have the first 3 episodes. Then you need people to help you out.
Right.
Like Sopranos, it was David Chase's baby.
Yeah.
Though it's
Yeah.
like even though at the end of the day, like there was a writer's room, it's like David
Yeah.
Chase is like the lead man. Same thing with like Sunny. All these
Yeah.
like shows that are successful.
Dude, I'd be more in support of all the writers if we had better stuff being
but
written.
I think
or,
especially
I
for
don't know.
but especially for movies.
Yeah.
Because even when it was a source material, even when it was a book, like Kubrick with Shining,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like stuff like that, like when you have these writer rooms movies, like Minecraft, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, what the fuck are we doing?
They're like, how do we get a villager involved in this?
yeah, dude, and
What are we going to do about creepers?
It sucks because like no wonder kids now like attention spans suck.
Yeah.
Because dude, I've caught myself. I just fucking watch YouTube shorts way too much.
Dude,
instead
it's
of, like,
ruining my attention span. I know it.
it's fucking with me, but it's
Yeah.
like especially with kids because like back in the day, it's like that's the media we had was long form movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
sit down, you hunker down, you watch the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There wasn't all these distractions
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Like, I dare you to watch a full movie right now without Googling during the movie,
Yeah.
like, about an actor that's in it. Or like, oh, who's this person? What's he in?
Yeah.
Fucking raw dog that movie. I
Yeah.
dare you, watch the whole thing and don't Google anything after.
No, 100%. I don't understand. And then the other movie I saw recently, the other one, not Killers of the Flower Moon, was fucking Napoleon. And that movie was absolute dog
Was
shit.
it?
Bro, it was the weirdest movie I've ever watched because it's Ridley Scott, so the fight scenes in sick are gonna be sick.
Yeah.
But they're talking like we're talking. It's supposed to be like 1400 whatever it is France and shit, and they're talking like we're talking. It's crazy, bro. They're like literally like, I don't want to go eat dinner. Like they don't even do a voice. They're just like, I don't want to go eat dinner tonight. It's like, we're gonna fuck. Like literally, that's how they're talking. It's crazy.
There's no French accent.
No, and he just for whatever reason, like 3 different times in the movie, Joaquin Phoenix is just banging that chick doggy style.
Really?
But for no, like, it would just cut to them just banging doggy style.
Wow.
And it's just like, why is this in this? Like,
Wow.
Yeah. And he fucks like shit. He fucks like me. No, he.
You a fucking like me. Did you see Nosferatu?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I didn't see that. Was that good? Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it last night. It was interesting. I mean, fuck, was better than a Nora. I thought.
You know what
for
movie
sure.
was crazy? Did you ever see The Lighthouse?
I saw parts of it.
Dude, that is the fucking weirdest movie.
It's the same guy who did Nosferatu.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
That makes total sense because
Yeah.
I went to my buddy's house, and like we watched it, bro. And we're just like drinking whiskey and like we're like, oh, like, Willem Dafoe, Robin Pattinson, it'll probably be dude. It is. I still don't know what it's about. I still don't know what the movie was about, dude. I'm not even joking you. I still don't know. It's the weirdest, and they talk. You want to talk about? They don't talk like me and you and that.
Yeah.
They talk fucking wild, dude. I gotta show you like some clips, dude. You'll be like, what
Dude,
the fuck? And
maybe
then there's
we
like out of
should talk
nowhere,
like
then Robert
that.
Pattinson's just like jerking off and shit, bro. I'm telling you, that was the weirdest movie I've ever watched. I've never watched it. How long is it? Too? I gotta forget.
Dude, maybe we should have a lighthouse themed episode.
You would crack up,
just
dude.
start going fucking berserk. We drink fucking handles of rum and we just go berserk.
Have
on
you
an
seen that part
episode.
where Robin Pattinson gets pissed drunk and they like made it into that song and dance thing? Have you seen
No.
this, dude? I gotta show you this.
What?
Dude, you're gonna crack up when it's
Jesus.
run time.
Did LeBron break the record already?
Oh, definitely. Oh, it's only an hour and 50 minutes. That's why you know it's bad. It felt like it was fucking forever, dude. It felt like it was forever.
Oh, dude. There's 2 movies. I never got through Batman vs Superman. That movie fucking sucked to all hell.
Dude, don't get me started.
When I saw
I
it.
think that's worse than the Star Wars things. What they did. Because back when I was telling you how I used to get the blue icy and the fucking nachos.
Yeah.
Bro, I went to the movie by myself. I'm so pumped. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I went by myself. I was falling asleep.
Dude.
And I was like, I can't believe I'm falling asleep in a Batman.
I've
versus
tried to watch
Superman
it
movie.
5 times now and I've never finished. I can't
Dude,
get through.
it's
turn
so
it
funny.
off.
I tried to watch it again
Yeah.
after the thing, and I got to the
Yeah.
point where like Lois Lane's in the bathtub, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like,
Oh.
this is so.
Dude, did you see The Predator? Or the Predator that came out? It was like the latest Predator movie that came out. Not Prey. Prey was the latest one, I guess, but it was before that, and it was like Keegan-Michael Key and them running around like a suburban neighborhood while a predator's chasing. I've never wanted to leave the theater so fucking bad in my life.
No,
I've
dude,
never
when
been
he-
more.
When Wonder Woman shows up and he goes, "Who's that?" I thought she was with you. I was like, bro, this can't be real. Like,
Oh shit, he did it.
Let's
Mr.
go, Mr.
50K.
50K.
Wow.
first ever 1 of 1 club.
Wow.
We'll never see anyone score that many points because no one ever thought Kareem was going to get passed, but really no one will ever, because no one will ever be healthy that long and, you know what I mean, be the center. Like, dude, he's out playing Luka. He's out playing Luka at 40 years old.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron was never an airplane, though, so. Oh.
That's my thing about LeBron, though, is he, I mean, dude, again.
Crowd
like,
go nuts.
I bet, dude.
Did they just, like, let him shoot it?
Lucas still moving right. Cross court to LeBron.
3.
3 for 50,000.
Wow. I love how it was an assist from Luka.
It was an assist from Luka, dude. My parlay's gone now.
13 to 6. He did it on a 3-pointer. Lucas still moving right. Cross court.
Such a sick dude. I
Wow.
love him.
Wow.
I love that he's on my team, baby. All praise the king.
I think because my 3 criteria for choosing a team, I gotta fuck with the city, I gotta fuck with a player, and I can't be bandwagoning.
Well, my favorite thing about the Lakers is that they're not okay with being okay. And as a fan, that's what you want. You're like, I want you guys to care about being good because I care.
Right.
And if they don't care, like that's with me with the Pirates. It's like I feel like I'm starting to root for the fucking Cleveland Browns. Like they don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Like they don't care. Like it's like they obviously,
Yeah.
It's like, and that's the thing about, up until I want to say recently, there's been a great part about being a Steelers fan is that they were always not okay with being okay. Like
Yeah.
we were always, when I was growing up, bro, it was. I mean, I didn't realize how lucky I was, bro. I was a Penguins fan, Steelers fan, and Penguins, Steelers, and Lakers, and they all won the championship at the same year.
Jesus.
I was like, dude, this
Christ.
is awesome. Like, every game, this is gonna be.
And you've been gambling ever since.
Yeah, right. I wish I was back then. I'd be rich, dude. I'd be fucking rich. Dude, look at this. This is like, this is this is like a tradition. But it's not obviously don't play that song in the movie.
Yeah,
But it's just someone dubbed over. And someone every Friday goes, "It's Friday," and posts that, and it's just like,
Jesus.
yeah, it's just. Dude,
Yeah, we should have a podcast episode like that.
Yeah.
Lighthouse episode. We shoot it in black and white. We wear fucking suspenders.
Just talk
and
insane.
Newsies. Yeah, we talk.
Dude,
we're
some of
just
the, like the,
slamming down booze and throwing up on the floor.
Have you heard how Willem Dafoe talks in that movie?
Yeah.
It's he'd be like, "You don't know what the lightning." It's like, what the fuck? I've never watched a 2-hour-long movie and been like, I still don't know what that movie's about. Like, I have no idea.
Oh fuck.
Literally zero. But I think it's a good time to take a bathroom break, and then we'll come back, do
Yeah.
little games, and then wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll be right
Damn,
back.
that flew by.
I know, hour on the dot.
Jesus.
We're back, everybody. Quick intermission. Thanks for sticking with us. We are going to do our usual end of show bit here where we pick up some topics out of a hat and kind of riff on them as comics and see if we can get some clips out of them for you guys
right.
to enjoy.
Let's get some funny clips going. All right. To start things off, we're going to go, greatest film director of all time.
Ooh.
Woo! I feel like it's hard to say the greatest. I'm going to say there's 3 that come to mind that are in the GOAT conversation. It's and that's George Lucas, James Cameron, Steven Spielberg.
Oh, wow.
I think those
We
are
have
the
a completely different list.
You're going Scorsese.
Scorsese, Tarantino.
Yeah. Ain't Tarantino? Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Scorsese, Tarantino are those are my 2 goats.
Dude, I mean, Cameron made Titanic, Avatar.
Ooh.
Christopher Nolan's pretty cool.
Yeah, if
pretty
that's your
good.
top 3, I'll put Nolan in my top 3 because I'm also thinking like I would love to put Richard Linklater there and stuff too, but I'm thinking of like, dude, body of work. Literally, maybe Tarantino has like. I don't think
he tops Spielberg or Cameron.
I mean, I do. Kill Bill, Inglourious Bastards, Pulp Fiction, just those 3 alone.
Dude, Spielberg did Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, too. Like,
Yeah,
James Cameron did Terminator.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a what kind of movie like more. And
Yeah,
I'm more of like
Scorsese's very close on that list.
I'm more of a. You can tell I'm more of a story person.
I love Casino.
Because
and,
I agree. You're right. Like those are all like crazy. Like especially with Lucas, like great, groundbreaking. Like I don't even know what to call it.
You know, Spielberg only made Indiana Jones because he couldn't do a James Bond movie.
Yes, I did see that.
Fucking
and that's why he
love
made.
that.
That's why.
Here we go.
You know that's why.
E.T. and Jaws, I forgot too. Schindler's List. Oh my God.
You know that's why they.
Goonies. Fuck. Back to the Future.
Ready Player One is very underrated.
Goonies and Back to the Future too. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
Well, he was a producer on Back to the Future.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hook. Oh, Hook.
Still involved.
Hook's on there though.
Hook is so underrated.
It's one of the greatest movies ever made. I think Hook is a perfect movie.
Who are you saying, Scorsese?
You know,
Yeah, pull up Scorsese.
You know what's
Saving Private Ryan too. Oh my
you know
God.
the Indiana Jones thing? Like how you say he couldn't because he wouldn't make a Bond movie.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know that's why he made Sean Connery Indiana Jones' dad.
Really?
He's the original Bond.
Oh,
Isn't that a great yeah.
I'll drink.
See, I love
to that,
talking
dude.
movies with somebody who knows movies. Like it's fucking fun. Yeah.
They got us, Sean.
I mean, bro.
Oh, he did Shark Tale. I forgot.
Departed.
He's got Shark Tale.
Goodfellas.
Damn, After
Taxi
Hours is
Driver.
pretty sick.
The
Shutter Island.
The Departed might be the best movie of all time. I think. Like Departed is one of those movies that's like.
Wait. Am I getting The Departed? I'm getting Departed mixed up with Shutter Island. I don't actually think I've seen The Departed. I saw Shutter Island.
Hold up.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
Hold up. Everyone needs. We need to stop for 2 seconds. So Shutter Island is I think one of the best thriller movies of all time.
Yeah.
But you've never seen The Departed?
Bro,
Pull
I don't think
pull up the cast real quick. of
I
The Departed.
know. Dude, I've literally been planning on watching it in the next.
I want to be
weeks.
with you when you watch it, dude.
Okay.
Come over and watch it. Dude.
I'm down to
I
watch
have
it
it.
with
I
you.
own it.
All right.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
Okay.
Jack Nicholson's best film.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, look at the cast.
Jesus.
Jack Nicholson, Leo, Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, Martin Sheen, Alec Baldwin.
Jesus. You're telling me Anthony Anderson is in
Bro,
this?
it's one of the best.
That is a crazy cast.
It's one of the best films of all time, bro.
That is
It's
a crazy
so, I
cast.
think it's so underrated. Like I don't know. Jack is so good.
No,
man.
I know it's great, and like I've literally because I hadn't seen.
But you don't
Shutter
know what
Island
happens or anything
before.
in it, right?
No, I've known
Okay,
nothing
so
about
you know
it.
how you know Shutter Island has a big twist.
Yeah.
It's this is obviously more of a gangster movie, but
Uh-huh.
it's so twisty and turny. But the Shutter Island one. So, do you think he was insane or what? You got an opinion, Alec?
Oh, yeah, clearly. He was
Yeah, I think he wasn't. I think
But
I think it's
but
because
this is
how
the
he.
thing, at the end of the movie.
I think it's because of the ending how he
but
accepted
at the
it.
end of the movie, do you think that he knows and he wants to get the lobotomy just so he won't
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Because there's that one part at the end where he's talking to Ruffalo on the steps.
yeah.
And he says to him like, it makes me
I'd
think,
rather
like,
live
would
life
you rather
as something than
good
a
man,
monster.
yeah
Yeah.
Is it better to die as a good man or live as a monster?
Yeah. That's what it
And
was.
it's like, and he looks at him like, you know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
knows, and it's like, obviously he goes off and gets the lobotomy, but it's like, I love the play of the two of like every time there's fire shown on screen, it is fake
Really?
because he has that whole story about the fire. That's his
Oh,
fake
yeah,
backstory.
yeah.
And then every time there's water, he has an aversion to water because she drowned the kids.
Wow.
So you
that's
see,
real.
bro, there's the one scene you see the lady pick up a glass and there's nothing in it. 'Cause
Yeah.
You think she's crazy.
That's the one that started
It's
fucking me
he's
up.
crazy and he doesn't want to see the water. It's an aversion to the water.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I watched like a
Jesus.
2-hour thing about just the symbolism of that movie.
Wow.
because it's super similar to Inception,
Yeah.
which is also illegal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very similar themes.
Wow.
You know, if the rain's on, then
And when he's talking to that one prisoner, and the prisoner's telling him like, they're fucking like this is all a game. Like he's
Yeah.
telling him that, and then he lights up a lighter, and it turns into like him talking about like the murder. Like it flips, like the conversation he's even
Wow.
having.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
It's crazy, bro. It's
Wow.
crazy. Again, rewatching it, I was like I rewatched it after I watched the symbolism thing, and I was like, bro.
Can I? Because you're a gangster movie guy.
Of course.
Some of my favorite movies, two of my favorite movies of all time, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels,
Bro.
and Snatch. Because I think Guy Ritchie is the god of British gangster movies. Those are god tier movies. In my
I can
opinion.
talk
They're
to
perfect.
you. I can talk to you about those movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, because everyone thinks just because I'm Italian, I only like Italian gangster movies.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Bro. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
That I think is better than Snatch. I think.
Well, that's Snatch is his like mass. You know what I mean? If he
Yeah.
had the budget to make Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels with the budget he got
It's
for
like
Snatch, bro,
Lock, Stock was his A New Hope, and Snatch was his Empire Strikes Back.
dude, bro. Snatch might be one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah, it is.
Dude,
you know,
when he-
Brad Pitt couldn't do a British accent, so they wrote him the part
Made
where
him a
just
gypsy?
you just don't even know what the fuck he's saying.
You know,
like
Bulletooth
that?
Tony in it.
Yeah,
Dude, that actor, I love to
Vinny,
death.
Vinny,
Something.
Vinny James or
Can you
something.
pull up,
Vinny-
Lock, Stock, or
Dude, he's one of my
I
favorite
want to know what
actors
the,
ever.
the budget on both those movies were too. Lock, Stock, and
Got to
Two
be
Smoking
low,
Barrels and Snatch.
right? They got to be low.
But dude, Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Dude, you got to see it. You've seen Snatch though, right?
I've seen Snatch.
Okay, yeah. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels was like, I want to say the prequel, but like you can tell it's like gave him so much inspiration.
Dude,
for
one
it.
of my favorite British rappers of all time, Bugsy Malone, because I'm huge British. I'm a huge grime fan, huge British rap fan. Bugsy Malone, he used to rap and like make bars about Lock, Stock, and like calling him Boris the Blade. He's like,
budget
call me.
800,000 pounds.
Wow.
Only 1.4 million. Holy shit! With a 28, but how much? Okay, yeah. If he could have, I know Snatch was made.
Wow,
From this.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if he could have made that for that much money, bro.
Yeah.
But dude, so Bulletooth Tony, that actor in it, you know, someone tried to rob his car and he beat him to death in real life.
Really?
Yeah, that
That's
guy's
amazing.
actually fucking crazy.
I love that fucker.
And he, bro, what my favorite thing of
Vinny Jones?
Vinny Jones, yep. Box office 83 million. What was the budget?
Rock and Roll is fucking sick too.
But you know, in the scene, so Guy Ritchie, okay, at the time, is married to Madonna when he makes the movie, right?
Yeah.
So he's married to Madonna. The song that when they do the flashback of Bulletooth Tony getting shot, like actually where he gets the bullet in the tooth,
Yeah.
it's that Asian guy and Madonna's playing in the thing when he gets shot. He
Really?
goes, "I kill you, Tony." He's doing all that thing, shoots
Yeah,
him, right?
yeah.
Dude, he gets shot. 10 million. Wow, yeah. So it was made for fucking 10 times the amount of money.
Wow.
10 times the amount of money.
Dude, fucking Bugsy Malone, that rapper, he used to drop a bunch of bars. He's like, call me Boris the Blade, call me the Bullet Dodger and
It's so
shit.
crazy
and
that,
then
that the budget's that low, too.
I know. He started shouting out. He did so many Guy Ritchie bars, and then he started shouting out Guy Ritchie. Like there's a song that he did where he basically says in the song, I'll do a Guy Ritchie movie for free. And then Guy Ritchie was like, dude, I can tell you fuck with me this hard. And then when he made The Gentleman, that's how he hit up Bugsy Malone to play Ernie, the black guy that's like in the squad. And he does the rap song Boxes of Bush too,
Really?
like when they're robbing the place too.
Well, again, I love the attention to detail that Guy Ritchie has with that. So Bulletooth gets shot with the Madonna song playing, right?
Yeah.
So later in the movie, when they go to that guy that he ends up like pulling his necktie in, and then he drives down the street with him.
Yeah.
And he goes, turn up the music, and then he goes, it's the same song he got shot to.
No way.
Yeah, it's like you don't even know. And he literally goes over his, oh, I love this track, and it's Madonna playing. Dude.
I didn't even fucking know
Yeah,
that.
see, little like shit like that.
That's
it's
awesome.
the same song when he got shot.
That's
I remember when I
sick as
first realized
fuck.
that I was cracking
When he's got
up.
his kid with him, he's like, "What's your fucking mouth?" And you're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, he pulls the guy's head in and he goes, He goes, what are you doing, Tony? He goes, I'm driving down the street with your head in my car. What does it look like I'm doing?
Dude, one of my favorite characters in any movie ever is Harry, who owns the fucking.
Oh my God,
And he's
dude.
up there, like that shot of his office and stuff.
Dude,
when
he's
just,
so funny. When he comes back, he goes, I'm going to London. London? Yeah, London. You know, bad food, worse weather, Mary fucking Poppins, London. And then he comes back and he has to go through customs. He's like, do you have anything to declare? He goes, yeah, never go to fucking London. He just goes over, gets beat up, robbed, and then comes back empty-handed.
Dude, Frankie Four Fingers, like, dude, the characters that guy creates are like,
Oh my God,
unreal.
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, he's unreal as Frankie Four
Dude,
Fingers.
unbelievable, man. I mean, the fact that you nowadays, Jason Statham, Brad Pitt, fucking Benicio, that lineup, period,
Yeah.
would be more than $10 million.
Yeah,
Just
that. Yeah,
for the whole
true.
movie.
True. I
Like,
didn't even think about that.
That's what I'm saying. People make they put all this money into pieces of shit now. Where's the story?
Yeah.
And you can tell by the writers, the people I like the most is have the best dialogue.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the hardest thing to write is
Bricktop in Snatch.
Yeah, when
as
I
some of the-
write, bro.
when he's talking about how the pigs fucking
Oh.
break down bodies is one of my
I'll feel
favorite.
about 4 pitch.
Oh,
Go through bone and all.
only thing that's left, the teeth.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Give me a coffee. You need sugar? No, thanks, sweetheart. I'm sweet enough. I love it, dude. He's so good.
dude.
I've used that line so many times. You want sugar in your coffee? No,
Like,
thanks. I'm
I'd say
sweet
Guy
enough.
Ritchie's up there for greatest filmmakers of all time.
Yeah, I just think that the top when you have to because you have to if you pick a filmmaker all right, let's just say you pick our top 3, right,
Yeah.
and then you pick their top 3 movies.
Yeah.
I like how this whole podcast is about movies.
Yeah.
But then you pick their top 3 movies. It's like, dude, what is gonna beat Pulp Fiction, Inglourious Bastards?
Yeah. Can I say one honorable mention? Because one for me that that is part of the reason why I love Star Wars and stuff is world building and
True that.
immersive
The lore,
worlds.
yeah.
And so Paul Verhoeven, I think when he did RoboCop was amazing, and Total Recall I think is one of the greatest movies ever made
Yeah,
too, because
underrated.
it was one of the first mind fucks too, and like just the world building when he has little news like ads and commercials of Pablo, even in Starship Troopers too. You know, it's just fucking like I think Paul Verhoeven's one of the greatest too.
You know what I think the best movie franchise though is ever? Like if you're just going to a trilogy.
What?
Best trilogy is Matrix, 100%.
Oh,
The original the Matrix trilogy is so goated in my mind, especially because I don't understand how they wrote it when they wrote it.
Yeah.
The internet didn't even exist when they wrote that, bro.
Yeah, true.
They had to switch the script around.
I feel like the third one's fucking awesome. It's awesome because of the
bro,
Matrix.
those 3 movies are incredible. And like, dude, you know they had to dumb down the script to make it even like people don't understand it. Like that's why literally Morpheus pulls out a Duracell battery to like explain to Neo like what's happening because like they were like the internet did not exist, and they're talking about like to get to the point of AI becoming so advanced that we're just whatever for it, and like that's why Will Smith turned it down because he's like, dude, he had these 2 the Wachowski brothers who are now the Wachowski sisters, they're both trans, both like crazy fucking dudes, and they went to Will Smith and he's like, dude, I had no idea what they were talking about.
Wow.
He's like, I had no idea what they're talking about. He went and made Wild Wild West.
Could I potentially argue a maybe better trilogy?
Yeah,
Back
Lord
to
of
the
Rings.
Future.
Oh,
I mean, that I feel like those movies in itself are incredible, and
Yeah.
the writing and storytelling, and when they made 1 not knowing they were gonna make 2, and then they made 2 and 3 at the same time, and we're just
Lord of the
like-
Rings has to be up there too.
I never got super into. The movies are sick. I never
If you
got
wanna
super into.
if you want
it.
to talk about world building, I mean, dude, come on.
I know
He's the original goat.
That's what one thing I feel bad
Like, without
about.
Tolkien, there would be no Game of Thrones, there would be no Star Wars. There would be
Right.
no, like everyone's been trying
Right.
to copy him since. Like, that man made a whole genre.
Another fucking reason I think why I love Dooku so much is because Christopher Lee met Tolkien. Like he had served in war with Tolkien
Yeah.
at one point, and then like Christopher Lee, he knew on Lord of the Rings, he's like, that's not what a guy sounds like when he gets stabbed
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
back.
Well,
and
he also
shit.
he really wanted to be Gandalf.
Really?
Yeah, he really
Wow.
wanted to be Gandalf. He still reads the Lord of the Rings trilogy every year.
Wow.
He's
Well,
like-
he's dead now.
Well, yeah.
R.I.P..
But until he died, every
Yeah.
year he wrote.
That's
read it.
beautiful.
Yeah, he read. Can you pull up real quick, Alec?
He's one of the most interesting actors too, I think.
How many movies Christopher Lee was in? Because I know he is in more movies than anyone because he played Dracula like 50 billion times. Yeah.
Oh, same with Leslie Nielsen. He was in a fuck ton. Well, Leslie died around the same time, I guess. But Leslie was like a dramatic actor before too.
Yeah, and then also I want to see, dude, Return of the King I think still has the record for the most Oscar wins.
Really?
And they won 27, bro.
Really? And a movie. See, exactly. Look, Lord of the Rings. That, and now you have
250 films.
Wow.
Over 250.
You had Lord of the Rings winning, like sweeping those Oscars. Then, all right. Now you have fucking Honora sweeping the goddamn. There's a Russian stripper movie that is like apparently on par with Lord of the Rings. Like, what are we?
He was never nominated for an Oscar?
That's some bullshit.
That's crazy.
That's some bullshit.
Can you search up to how many Oscars Return of the King?
Fuck, dude, we did one topic
One.
already.
15.
This is awesome. This is a good movie pod. This is a good movie episode.
Well, that's the whole thing I was talking about the other day. Is like, I moved to LA for acting. Like, what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, so I'm a huge.
I moved here to work in film.
Yeah,
I
it's
wanted
like-
to be a part of Star Wars, and I wanted to be a part of Marvel, like most of all. And those are my biggest dreams.
I just want to see how many. I think it's 27 if I'm not mistaken. 17, still crazy.
Shit, we didn't even say Peter Jackson for greatest filmmakers of all time.
I always say
Fuck.
I love that man to death for how good he did. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I love King Kong
'Cause it
too.
was almost- Harvey Weinstein tried to make it one film. He tried to make it one film. He tried to because he had the rights to it. They had the rights. Miramax had the rights to it.
Oh,
And he tried to
God.
force Peter Jackson. So that's why that orc that they have in it
Yeah.
he made look like Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, true story. He made
the orc tried to
can you pull
fuck
up
Frodo?
orc / Harvey Weinstein? Like there'll be a side by side.
Yeah,
I swear to God, he did it on purpose, dude. And then we'll move on. But people Google it. Maybe Alec will put it up on the edit. But yeah, orc Harvey Weinstein. Like it's a known thing that he made it look like that.
So who's your top 3 greatest filmmakers of all time? You said Scorsese,
Scorsese, Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Nolan has to be good.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, see?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Jesus Christ. That's amazing. Imagine that guy being like, I'll give you the part if you come over here.
That's the thing about what you were talking about with Spielberg is like he's involved, like, but he didn't. Like, Zemeckis directed.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like he's involved. He's been involved in the Best Pictures because
Yeah.
Also George helped. Like they're great friends and they helped each other in a bunch
Yeah.
of movies. It's a good topic, Alec. Favorite reality TV show?
Whoa. Oh. What's yours?
Well, we used to watch like the trashiest. Like when we were in college, we'd sit around, smoke a blunt, and we'd watch like Storage Wars and like
Yeah.
Bar Rescue and like those kind of like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think Impractical Jokers is pretty funny.
Oh, I guess yeah. If that counts as a reality show, that's goated.
Watch a lot of Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars, dude. You never know what's gonna come through.
No,
those
Rick
doors.
Harrison never knows what's going to
Rick Harrison.
Chun-Li.
I love looking up like biggest fucking freakouts of like people in Pawn Stars that are like, you kidding me?
When
Like,
we're
biggest
when we're
lowballs.
gone, we have to leave Sandy. We put on Pawn Stars for her. I go, you want to hang out Chumley and Pinky? and that's what she gets on. But when we were growing up, dude, you know what another awesome one was like Fantasy Factory and Robin Black and
Yeah.
Big Black and all that.
Dude, I remember I bought Rob Dyrdek's Tag body spray. Like I was like, dog, you fucking losers are using
Holy
Axe.
shit.
I'm using Rob Dyrdek's Tag. You fucking pussies.
Imagine, dude, I can't.
That shit smelled so good.
I
too.
just all you smell from like gym classes.
Dude,
just
I was
people-
head to toe spraying on me, going to school in head to toe Zoo York. Like, I'm about to get.
You're the most
so
typical
much
Kansas
pussy,
City
dude.
dude ever. Here you go.
Oh my god. What have you been listening to?
Oh, wait, real quick.
Yeah.
On the reality TV front.
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever seen that clip of Snooki calling Mike the Situation a Dude, it is the funniest.
Can we pull it up?
Dude, they cut it. They bleeped it out, but then the actual audio, she's literally like putting makeup on in the mirror, and we'll believe this, but whatever. But she's putting on makeup, bro, and he walks by and she just goes. Dude, it's unbelievable. It's like I was like, is this real? And they were like, yeah, this is real. I was like, I didn't know Snooki was fucking just dropping the F-bomb. Like,
oh my god,
calling the situation a fucking.
That's so funny. God damn. That's fucking incredible.
Dude. It looks fake. I thought it was fake.
Really?
I really did.
Jesus Christ.
It's so funny, dude. Snooki.
Reality, it doesn't, I don't think it
of
counts
all the
for
housemates, too, calling fucking the situation. It's so funny. It's like, what?
Dude, what have you been listening to? This is tough because I feel like I've been struggling on finding new music. I don't listen to anything that's come out in the past 10 years at all. I don't know about any of these new Kendrick songs. That halftime show was my first time hearing a lot of those.
I showed my friend. So when we were tripping, I only show this to very few people.
Yeah,
it's the best song that ever was or will be.
Yeah,
and it's like I hyped it up. My friend was like, dude, like you're hyping it up a lot, and he was just like, and then he finished. He goes, yeah, it's the best song I've ever heard. It's that good.
What song is it?
It's called "Cold Little Heart" by Michael Kikonawa.
Okay,
bro, it is.
Okay, you gotta send that to me.
10 minutes long.
Okay.
And that's all I want to say. You don't know when the song ends and starts.
Next time I'm under the influence, I'm going to listen to that.
No, I have to be there when you watch it. it's like one of those things where like I showed it to somebody and I'm like, now
we'll listen to it after the departed.
Now you get to now you get to show it to someone else. You know what I mean? But like it's one of those like the first time I heard it, I was driving across the country and it was the dark at night. We had the sunroof open and we're smoking and we're driving through the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah,
and stars are crazy. And my friend was like, "Dude, have you ever heard the song?" And he put it on. And I was just like, "You're a different person after you listen."
Wow,
it really is like a life changing song. It's like me and my friend always talk about how there's a difference between a song and a ballad.
Yeah,
this bitch is a ballad.
Okay,
it's 10 minutes long, but it takes you on a journey, bro.
Okay,
it takes you on a journey. It's a really awesome song, but I'll show it to you sometime. But yeah, I'm the same way. Where like honestly. I'm pretty like I love rap, but like I'm pretty old school with it at this point, and like I'm happy when I find something new that's catchy or whatever. But
I dig for new old stuff, but I feel like I find myself in like a nostalgic loop sometimes. So now I've been going back to like I remember in high school is when I became absolutely obsessed with Barry White, and I feel like I'm diving into Barry White again. He's still my favorite artist of all time. I have 3 Barry White CDs in my car, and my car name is Glodine, which is his wife's name.
We're gonna fucking either trip or fucking smoke a joint or something like that, and fucking listen to that Michael Kikonawa song.
Dude,
it's life changing.
And then after that, put on Never Gonna Give You Up, Barry White. Right.
You fan of Thundercat? You know Thundercat?
Oh, I love Thundercat, dude. Fucking when he dropped that tune with Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins, I fucking shit myself, dude. It's unreal.
I saw him live in Pittsburgh on mushrooms, and it was right after Mac Miller died, and they were like best friends, and he wore like Mac's like pirate shirts at the concert. And one of the best concerts I've ever been to. I went with like 2 of my best friends.
Oh my god!
We were tripping the whole time, and fucking literally goes how I found out about Thundercat as I went to go see Chris Rock live at the Bynum in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And when he finished it, that played, and then I was like, dude, what was that song? That was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But then when he put out the special that was the same material, that was the end song on the special.
Wow.
So I was like, I got to be able to like Shazam it or whatever, and I'm like, oh, whatever. So.
Dude,
we went to the concert,
so cool.
And he ended the concert. He gives this big tribute to Mac, obviously, because he's from Pittsburgh. And then he goes, "All right, play it." And then them changes played. There's blood on the floor.
That's fucking awesome.
And everyone was just fucking. And dude, Thundercat live. I mean, it's all live instruments too.
Yeah,
like he's playing the bass. It's
dude,
all.
He's
fucking,
such an insane bass player.
It was such a fun concert, man. It was one of the best. Like that and Creed and Red Hot Chili Peppers was like too. But I mean, dude, it's great going to a concert of someone who's actually like real good.
Oh, 100%. I've always wanted to see Thundercat. I think he's fucking incredible.
Best Star Wars movie show game. Best show is Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Best movie is
Andor is pretty good, but I don't think it tops Clone Wars.
Best movie is.
I'm gonna have to go Revenge of the Sith.
Me too. And we're a product of our environment. Okay, I don't want to say it, but I'm saying it.
I was like, it's either Attack of the Clones, Empire, or Revenge of the Sith.
And best game is what we were talking about is fucking Old Republic.
Ooh, I might say Lego Star Wars.
The old ones are good, but
dude, perfect games. Or The Force Unleashed. That was sick. When you're a Star Killer, Vader's apprentice. And you
No,
go-
those
you
are fun.
Kill
Yeah,
Han
yeah, those
Solo
were
and
fun.
Chewie and Boba.
Battlefront's another op.
Oh,
one we're
shit.
talking about. Yeah,
Oh,
we're not talking
fuck.
about Battlefront.
I think Battlefront might take the cake.
Yeah,
on
better
that.
than Lego Star Wars. for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, I still favorite.
part of the 501st. Oh, so many brothers die. There's battles.
Rex. What we do now?
Oh fuck, Rex is one of my favorite characters ever. Fuck, that you say
Rex of the 501st.
dude. In this finale of Clone Wars, when he's like
Captain
Ahsoka,
Skywalker.
he's got the tears coming
Dude.
back, trying to fight like the fucking. Anyways, what's your Super Smash Bros. Character? King DDD. Fucking take the hammer out and fucking lay it down, baby.
Probably. If we're going old school, Star Fox. If we're going new school, probably Bowser or Ganondorf.
Meta Knight was my first one, and I was late to the party because every other kid I knew, all my friends, they played Smash Bros. But
Yeah,
I
Meta
never
Knight was
had it
sick on the
growing up.
GameCube.
So I'd show up at a friend's house and I'd get fucking gaped just on the system, and it was bad. And so Meta Knight was the only one I could figure out, and I started there. And then King DDD, Captain Falcon, love Sonic on the new one.
Yeah.
Those are my tops.
Yeah, Brawl for the GameCube was the goat, bro. When that game came out, it changed it. Like we had to, because you had to like find out how you get all the characters. We bought one of those big manuals for it. Like
Yeah.
when we got the game, and was like doing all this like special shit.
Yeah.
The
The one on the Wii, that theme song plays in my head all the time. Oh my god! Someone
Yeah.
put that over Kendrick Lamar's "Mad City," and it's insane.
I bet.
It's insane.
Let me poke one. Up.
Yes.
See what we get here. We already kind of talked about this. Conan hosting the Oscars. We love Conan.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan.
We should have people. If people listen and want to leave a comment of what we should talk about, too, of what you want to hear.
Favorite documentary. I think I talked about this last time. I think that one I was telling you about, Oliver Stone's the Untold History of the United States.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys gotta watch that. It's unbelievable. The shit
Yeah.
that you find out in that thing. He goes in on Truman, bro. Hates Truman.
Man, favorite documentary. I talked about it, too. I talked about the Ken Burns Civil War. Which I guess Shane Gillis talked a lot about that on
You know
SNL
what?
this week.
Yeah, did you bring that up right before he did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, we're ahead of the game, everybody. But yeah, I was like listening to that, and I was like, why does it sound familiar? And I was like, yeah, it was you talking about why I had.
We're ahead of the game in a way that we're 65 years older than everyone else.
Yeah,
out
we were
there.
too old souls.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm trying to think of another favorite documentary besides that. I feel like I haven't watched. What I've been watching a lot of, like, I guess somewhat documentary-ish. I guess it's not, but it's Conan's travel shows. Have you seen Conan's travel shows? Like Conan Must Go. So goddamn fucking funny, dude. Or like him when he goes to like Italy and stuff. You seen him in Italy?
Yeah.
Fucking insane, dude. It's some of my favorites.
Because it's also like he's a 6'5" ginger. He's like,
Yeah.
he sticks out. So
Yeah, and he's
bad.
walking down the streets of Italy going like Alfredo, like to people, and like someone told him to like piss off in Italian too, and he's just like Vespucci or
Yeah,
something.
he's always down for the bit.
It's amazing. That's why I love that man.
Good.
Okay. Swing. Magic mushrooms.
Well, I just took some this last weekend.
Dude, I remember, fuck, I hope my mom doesn't hear this part. I remember taking them a lot in high school with a bunch of friends, and everyone else would, like, 5 times that I took them with groups of people, and everyone else tripped except for me.
Really?
We all took the same amount, and I'd be sitting there
That
pissed.
sucks.
People are having the greatest times of their life, and I'm just like, fucking, what song do you want to hear next? Fucking, I'll put it on for you. And I'm just like, this is awful. And then when I moved out here, there was this British rapper that came to my buddy's studio, and we started doing a session with him. And he pulled up. I remember he pulled up in a Lamborghini Huracan in the driveway. I remember I just woke up after a party one morning. I go out, I look in the driveway of the house we're living in, and there's a Lamborghini there. And I was like, whose is this? I was like, how did this? Did someone leave this here last night? Like, where's the keys?
Yeah.
Or like something. And then it's British guys in the back. We hung out. We made a banger tune. When he comes back next time, he's like, I brought some stuff for you guys. And he pulls out this bag of shroom chocolates, and he's like, we're gonna make some cool shit tonight. And fucking, I remember when we took the shroom chocolates, and when it started kicking in, it's like, Dude, it went from like a hip hop beat to fucking the fastest drum and bass song that this guy's rapping over. It was like all gas, no brakes. And that became the norm for every time this guy came back to town. Like, I swear to God, the Lambo would pull, he'd be like pulling up, we'd go outside, Lambo's pulling the driveway, gets out of the car. Standard procedure, boys, and just holding the bag of shrooms. And we're like, all right, we're about to make some fast music.
Yeah,
This is going to be fun. And those were the only times where it actually worked for me. But
Interesting.
he was amazing.
Maybe for you to digest it was like the chocolate or something.
Edibles never really worked on me either.
Well, I'm
I
glad
don't
you
know.
pulled this one because I have a few stories to tell right now.
Yeah,
That's why
lay
we have a
'em
long
on me.
fork
Lay 'em
podcast.
on me.
So my experience with shrooms was hilarious. Like I remember the first time I even found out about tripping, we were at my friend's house, and this guy, his name is, we call him Ex-Con John.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, his whole family's been in prison. Ex-Con John, and he was tripping, and he looks at us and he goes, I never even knew what tripping was. We're like in 7th grade, maybe 6th grade, and he just looks at us and he goes, you guys ever taste music? And we go, what? And he goes, you ever taste color? And we go, what? He goes, take some acid. You'll taste color. You'll taste music. We're like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
And so I'll never forget. This is just the funny part. They were partying, and we were like in 7th grade, and they're all drunk. Like, they're probably like juniors in high school. And he's like, there's a kid passed on the floor hammered, and we're like 6th or 7th graders. And he's like, yo, go hit that kid with a pillow. Like, I got your back. Like, if he tries to wake, dude, we were hitting this kid in the face as hard as you could with these pillows, and he wasn't even waking up. And they were all cracking up, going, they were going, oh, he's Stonewall Jackson. He's not moving. And we like just found out who Stonewall Jackson was in high school or like in school. And we were crying. Like, yeah. So I never knew what it was, right? Or until then. And then even though he said acid, but I was like, all right, we get it. So then probably the fucking best three. So the first time I ever tripped, I'm in college, right? And my best friend Caleb, he listens to the podcast. Shout out Caleb. So my best friend Caleb, his older brother went to the same college, so we'd chill over there a lot.
Yeah.
And we got drunk at this kid's house that we ended up being friends with, but we freshmen, we didn't know anybody. And I lost my dorm key, and he left his as his brother's, so we were like, oh, let's just stay here. And I get waken up at like 3 in the morning by them being like, well, August, wake up, your friend's throwing up. And I come out, or your friend's like fucked up or whatever. I come out, and Caleb's like projectiling, throwing up across the room. And I just go, oh, dude, he's fine. Like, I was just like, I've seen this kid throw up a million times. He's totally fine. I was like, he's fine. So we wake up the next morning. He has a huge Jufro at the time, too. Massive Jufro.
Yeah.
And he goes, dude, we have to go to my brother's and pick up this key. I was like, all right. So we're walking across campus. He's got puke on him, fucking huge Jufro. And there's like a tour of our college happening. Like, like 50, like high school kids, that are like, I'm maybe going to go there. And the tour guide, everyone just stops and starts staring at him because he looked so fucking crazy. They all just start staring, and he doesn't even notice. And then he's like walking. He's like, "Welcome to IUP," and dude, murdered the entire every kid, parent, this tour guide. Everyone started like losing it.
Oh shit, that's fucking awesome.
So we show up at his brother's house, and his roommate Ian, he was like, "Oh, I'm glad you guys are here." He's like, I'm going to work. I need you guys to be my guinea pigs. So he literally, his best friend from high school, went to Cal Berkeley for botany and grew his own psychedelic mushrooms. Bro, he showed us pictures of them. They were as big as his fucking forearm. That, like they look. They were that long, dude. They were crazy. And so he ended up baking them into a big block of fudge, the shrooms. And this is my first, bro, he gave us, he's like, all right, I didn't know how much to eat. He's like, here, take this, eat this. Bro, to this day, like it was the first time I tripped, but it was amazing, right?
Oh my God.
Dude, we walked all around campus. We're tripping out. We came back. We're still geeking out.
Wow.
And we played Super N64.
Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers.
Oh.
Every one of us was Donkey Kong with 20 lives. And the only item was the home run bat. So there was just monkeys flying across the screen. Dude,
That sounds
my
like
friend Caleb was
amazing
laughing
time.
so hard. He's like, I feel like I'm in preschool. He's like, he started laughing so hard. He was pissing his pants, like literally pissing his pants. And that was the first time I ever mushrooms, right?
Dude, that's fucking incredible.
Incredible. And like,
Oh.
it was so funny because we were with Caleb's older brother and he tripped with us, but he's had tripped before, so he was like our sensei. Like he was like taking us through it. And we were, and he was like, dude, it's my super. Like we were, anyway, we were crying, laughing. So that was my first experience. But then the other two times that are crazy is this one. I'll make it a little quicker. But when I was living in San Francisco, right before I left, me and my friend Jake were like, "Oh, let's go up to the redwood forest and like trip, right?"
Ooh, an Endor.
An Endor, dude.
Oh my
Awesome.
god.
Yeah, real
You
sick.
start seeing Ewoks and
Dude,
shit.
wait to the story. If I haven't told you this one, this was the Alec was talking about earlier, like about the hawk and the raven shit when we were talking about off camera.
Yeah.
This is like that. So we're walking through like the middle like nowhere, right?
Yeah.
And we run into this guy. I'm tripping so hard at this point. And we run into this guy, and he's looking across this valley up to this other mountaintop.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, we kind of just started tripping at this point. And he's like, hey, you guys know the name of that mountain over there? And I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, I don't even know the name of the one we're on right now. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
know my name.
Yeah, I don't even know my name. And then he's like, oh, okay. And then he's like, you see that smoke over there? And I'm thinking, I'm like, do I not see it because I'm tripping?
the
But like,
Empire.
yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, do I not see it because I'm tripping? Or is there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever, right? So then we like keep doing our thing, and like fucking 6 hours later, like we tripped all day. 6 hours later, we set up, like we went back to the car and we like set up in this field, like with blankets, music, just like snacks, and just chilled after after our walk.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, like we're almost like coming down a little bit, like almost, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
So we're like almost coming down, and my friend just randomly brings up, he goes, hey dude, like, do you remember that guy from like earlier that oh no, I brought it up to him. That's what I brought. We're facing each other like this.
Yeah.
In this field, we hadn't seen anyone the entire time we were there, other than this guy. And then we're in this field, haven't seen anybody. We were in this field for like 2 hours, and it was miles away from where we saw this guy. And so I don't know what made me bring it up, but I said to him, I go, dude, you remember that guy we saw earlier in the mountain? He goes, yeah. And I go, was it just me, or did it feel like he was tripping too? Like, you know what I mean? And right when I said this, he goes, dude. And I go, what? He goes, dude, he's behind you. And I go, what? I look back, and probably like 50 yards behind me, bro, same guy, hours later, right after I brought up, is walking like this, bro. Like staring directly at the fucking sky, walking like that, appeared out of nowhere, dude. And we both, I turned around, and I was like, what the? I like lost it. I was like, no way. Right when I brought him up, hours later, miles away, like, what the? And obviously answered our question. I'm like, he's tripping. He's on some shit, bro. Like, this guy is on some serious dog shit. Like, yeah, it's like
That is
fuck?
unreal.
Unbelievable. Like to this day, like Alec was talking about earlier, like, why does that shit only happen when you're tripping? Like, what is the weird?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other story that this proves that trip people just come together. The last story I have to talk about this. So I'm at the fucking, I've told this story on stage, but I'm at the New York Yankees game, right? And me and my friend, we eat a whole bar of chocolate, and we are losing our minds, dude. And if you're ever going to trip and go to a New York Yankees baseball game, eat the mushrooms after you get off the subway. Because we were down there, and there's street performers flipping around and shit, and like, I'm losing my marbles, dude.
Dude, I can't imagine
Losing
New
my
York
marbles.
subway
Like a rat in a trap. This
tripping.
guy's flipping around the bars, and I'm just
Jesus.
like, dude, eyes
Everything's
popping out of my head, dude.
gross. You're like,
Bro, I'm losing my mind. And anyway, so we get to the game, and like, there's two different people when you trip. There's the people who want to walk around, and there's the people who don't want to walk around.
Yeah.
I'm the walk around guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get some nachos. I'm gonna get beer. Like, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So first thing that happens to me, I go to get a beer, right, and nachos. I'm in the beer line, and I swear to God, Noah, I swear to God, Alec, this fucking kid, he must have been 12, 13. Hasidic Jew with the curls and the yarmulke and the fucking whole get comes up to me and goes, hey, man, can you buy me a beer? And I'm tripping balls. I'm like,
Is this real life?
I'm like, oh, dude.
I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah, and you know, like we were telling the story earlier when I bought the kid the movie thing. I'm usually the cool guy, so I'm like, oh, dude, I really don't think I can right now. Like, I don't want to tell him I'm tripping balls, but I'm like, I just really don't think I can right now. And he's like, oh, come on, man. Like, it'll be cool. Like, please, I just want a beer. And I'm like, I just really can't, dude. I can't, right? So anyway, I'm so glad I didn't, because when I got to the end of the line, I was like, thank God, I would not been able to handle this transaction.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then I eat the nachos, and I'm like, all right, I got to go, like, wash up, right? So I
Yeah.
go to the bathroom, and I'm washing up before I go to take a piss, because I had cheese all over my hands and shit. And I go, and I hear these two kids in the sinks next to me, and they're like splashing water on their faces. And they're like, dude, the shrooms are turning on us. Like, we're having a bad, like, blah blah blah. I hear them saying this, and I literally go to them. I go, you guys tripping right now? And they go, yeah, we ate some mushrooms. I'm not feeling too good. And I go, oh, dude, you're good. I'm tripping too. And they're like, you are? And I'm like, yeah, you're fine. Like, it's a great day.
Nah, you probably saved those guys'
I did.
lives.
I literally did. They told me, they're like, dude, we're feeling so much better. Like, blah, 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 blah. And I had my hat backwards like this, right? That Kobe one I have. And I'm across the room, probably where Alec's sitting right now. and I roll up the paper towel because I'm going to take a piss. I roll it and I shoot it, drain it, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking all the way across the bathroom. And they go, "Oh, Kobe," and I go. And my hat says Kobe on it. And they're like, "No way," right? They're like losing it. They're like, "This is like,
Dude,
thank
they probably still talk about that moment to this day too. They're
Right?
like, this guy came out of nowhere and saved our lives.
Isn't that
They
crazy?
probably think you're Jesus.
Literally, they were losing their mind. They were like, "Dude, this is." They
probably had a light
They were saying it. They were
around
like, "Dude, you turned around. Like, this is so great."
Wow.
So anyway, so the best part of the story. So then I go back to find. This is like
Yeah.
2 innings later, 3
Yeah.
innings later. I go back to my friend. I'm like, I can't wait to tell him all the shit that happened.
Yeah.
I come back, bro, and he's staring at the sky, And you know, like sometimes you can see like the moon during the day.
Yeah.
He's staring at the sky, and he goes, I go, "Oh, dude, what's up?" And he goes, "Dude, look, you can see the moon right now." And I look up, I go, "Yeah, dude, that's the sun." And dude, the look he gave me when I said that was, I've never seen a man so ashamed of himself. He was like, I literally go, "Yeah, that's the sun." He goes, "I've just been looking directly at the sun for the last 10 minutes." I was like, dude, every time I talk to him now, I'm like, "How are your eyes
still
doing,
see?
dude?" Yeah, like fucking. He's like, "I think they got better."
Dude, there was one time we were we took a lot more acid back in the day. There was one time it was me and my buddy Hayden and my brother, and we were sitting outside his apartment. And it's like almost dead little parking lot there. We're just like on the outskirts of KC. We're just feeling it, man. Smoking cigs and listening to like the Beatles. And it's like a lone parking lot. And this Mini Cooper pulls up. Just like, it just looks goofy because of how small the car. We're like, fucking mini. He's so mini, like, you know. And the door opens up, and this guy gets out. He's like lower than the door, and we're like, no. He's like this little midget. He's wearing like a visor. We're like looking at each other like, is this real? And then he pulls out a pizza box that is like twice as big as him.
No.
It's like he's delivering this super XL like pizza. And he's like, we can't control ourselves, and we're the only 3 guys in this patio. And we like, my friend, I'm looking at him, and we gotta go inside, and he falls out of his chair like trying to get inside. The pizza delivery midget looks at us, and we're like crawling over ourselves like World War Z zombies, like trying to get inside but holding in our laughter. We're all just like,
Dude, those are the funny times when you like aren't supposed to laugh.
Was that real? Like, he was insane. He goes right up to we watch him in the window, goes right up to the apartment next to us, talks to the door, delivers the pizza.
Dude,
get back in the Mini Cooper. And did I tell the other story about when we tripped and we went to Harry Potter World for the first time in Orlando, me and my brother?
you might have. I don't know.
It was unreal, dude. And it was like, oh my God. I'll save that story for another pod.
Okay.
It's
I was
just getting
that's what
long.
reminded me. We were hotboxing my friend's car after a party. We had a party up in the cabin, up in the woods, you know?
Yeah.
And this guy flies up with these 4 dogs barking in the back of his truck in this big fire red truck. And we're hotboxing my friend's Jeep so hard, right?
Yeah.
And this guy comes up and we roll down the window, just smoke billowing out of this thing. And he just goes, "Who's the head honcho here?" We go, but his accent, we go, "What?" And he's like, "Who's the head honcho?" We're like, "Oh, Reese." We're like, "Hey, buddy, Reese, come in."
Oh my God.
And then another time like that, we were supposed to laugh. We go out to a diner, like all hungover in the morning, you know, smoking, whatever. We go to the diner, R.I.P. Tom's Diner in Pittsburgh, and my friend just goes, "Hey guys, by the way, like this waitress, like she's Irish," and we were just like, "All right, right?" No, she walks.
It's the most
up,
Italian thing you can say.
right? She's like, she's Irish, but we were thinking like, "Oh, okay, like whatever." Dude, she walks up and she goes, "Top of the morning to you, laddies!" Dude, we talk about like we laughed so hard.
It's not like she paints houses.
We literally,
like,
my friend had to get up and go to the bathroom. We were like, "Can you come back and take our order?" And then having to prepare for her to come back and take our order was even fucking.
oh fuck.
Yeah, but hey, good topic on the mushrooms. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
Good one, Alec. Dude, I could do a whole nother podcast episode on tripping stories.
I know.
We're gonna have to do that on the next solo one.
Right.
We're gonna dive in on that.
Best comedy movie ever. I think it's Old School.
Really?
Yeah, I
That's
love
a pretty
that
good
movie.
one.
Yeah, it's so good.
I'm gonna have to say, I think Naked Gun could be the funniest movie ever.
Austin Powers is up there too.
Oh shit, Austin
That
Powers
movie's
up there.
so quotable.
Also, I think as far as more modern movies go, I think Tropic Thunder is the funniest of our time.
Yeah, it's up there. I don't know if it's funniest of our time, but I'm also like,
Step Brothers is also one of the funniest of our time.
yeah. You know what's an underrated one? It's a Jim Carrey underrated one is Liar Liar is like one of my favorite movies.
yeah,
Like that
yeah.
movie is so funny.
One of my underrated ones is John C. Reilly's Walk Hard, Dewey Cox.
Oh my god.
I
we were
I
talking
quote
about
the
that.
whole movie. I can quote the entire. I put a gun to my head and
Dude,
say
not
it's
person
life or death.
downers.
Wrong kid died.
They turn all your good,
You don't want no part of this
they
shit.
turn all your bad feelings into good ones.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, like, that movie's so good. That is that one's super underrated. Like
Yeah.
people don't even know about
Yeah, yeah.
it. We each got one more, so you pick one, I'll pick one.
Okay.
I'll go first because I don't like this one's not as good. What's yours?
What have you been watching?
Oh,
I dove into this a little bit
my,
before
we'll
the
do
pod.
yours last because mine's Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. I don't really know what's going on, but
Dude, aren't those guys like fucking traffickers or
it
something?
cracks me up. Like it does crack me up. I'm not gonna lie. When like people like like those dudes show you how doomed like people are because it's like
They really do.
yeah, it's just like dude, you're like not even to be like whatever because I think it does have to be like people are a little too like pussies now. Like
Yeah.
and that's what they're coming off on.
Yeah.
But their fan base is the pussies. That's why it's so funny. 'Cause it's like,
Dude, I should be like this.
Yeah,
I should
that's
act more
the
like
thing,
this.
yeah.
I should be
Like,
more of a
if you need-
douchebag.
If you need them to be your like positive male role model in your life, like you're fucking
Dude,
fucking
the dudes that listen to Andrew Tate are like, maybe I should hit a lady. I don't know.
Yeah. What you do?
Yeah.
Like-
What'd the lady do?
What did okay influencers?
They
do?
look like fucks.
Why are they in America?
Yeah,
Alex?
and it didn't Trump just like pardon him or something, or is letting him back in America? I think Trump's letting him in.
That's kind of like what's being speculated.
Yeah.
He's gonna pardon them.
Yeah.
But the Florida Attorney General came out, I think today, and said like they're opening a case against them.
Dude, and you know if
Really?
if Florida's opening up the case against him, that's bad, dude. If Florida lawman is coming after Andrew
Such a
Tate,
funny like
look, we let our people fuck alligators, but what you're doing is this is wrong. You know, that says something.
you know what's funny? So when I was young, I was on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
This is like I was probably like I don't know. I wasn't too young. I was probably like 15, 16, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on a cruise, and the fucking photographer girl that would like take your picture, she was the most gorgeous chick I've ever like. I was like in love with this chick, right? And I would flirt with her every day after dinner. And then I was like, where are you from? She said Romania. She was from Romania.
Yeah.
So gorgeous. And I remember being like, I remember the one time I finally was like, dude, like when you get off, like let's go out. Let's like I'll take you out, whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, I can't. My master won't let me. And I was like, your master? Like, I was like,
That's
I
the most
think
Romanian thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I think she met her boss, but I was like, your master?
Jesus.
But dude, to this day, I'm always like, she was so, and she like was sexy, short, but she had glasses too, but big blue eyes. Like I remember, like I
Wow.
don't remember half these chicks, but I'm like, fucking dude, she was. I just remember her being from Romania, and
I must ask
me after
Mr.
that being
Tate
like,
first.
Yeah, and I was like, Romanian chicks must be so hot. Like that's all I remember. Like,
Oh my god, those vampire.
and what was
chicks.
yours?
What have you been watching, dude? I said this right before we started filming because I broke my little fingy yesterday, and I was very hungover. So we dove head first into Severance, and dude, I'm
Yeah,
fucking,
don't ruin it for me because I would want to watch
it's
it. but-
unreal. I won't ruin it for you. And I worked on the show years ago too. I worked on season 1, and I never. It looked interesting. I was working on everything Apple TV at the time, and so not all of it was a hit. A lot of it was not so good. And so I was like, maybe this is probably one of those not so good ones. But it kind of piqued my interest, and I even had to work on the finale, but I avoided like all like the last crucial parts. So I have no idea what's gonna happen. And I dove in finally, and dude,
I keep hearing
you're
good
gonna be
things.
so glad you did once
Yeah.
you do. It's unreal. Like the deeper I get, I'm finishing season 1 tonight, and probably the next episode, I'm probably gonna be finished with season 2, and I'm gonna be losing my goddamn mind.
I just finished the first season of Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay.
Have you
I never
it?
watched it. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I know it gets better because I know Tom Hardy gets introduced.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
but he's
I've-
not in it yet.
I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah,
And towards
but
the
it's
end,
definitely not amazing.
Takes
Right
a bit
now,
to,
it's
like,
definitely
get
not
in.
amazing.
Yeah,
And-
they're making a movie.
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking, and that's why I wanted to get it like finish it before the movie came out and stuff because like so many people I respect like their movie opinions kept telling me how good it was or show opinions, but
And it's that British gangster shit too.
yeah,
It's like,
and
how can you
again
not
like the
love
first
it?
season it wasn't like terrible, but it wasn't like
Not
I was expecting
gripping?
like like
I watched part of the first season when I was in high school
Yeah.
years ago, and I was like, it didn't like get me.
what's your?
yet.
We'll end it with this. What is your top 3 no order TV shows of all time?
Game of Thrones is definitely up there. I think even despite how
All
it
right, we
ended,
got to go 5 then because
it's still the greatest story ever told on TV.
That's
I
why
think.
it's the dude.
Yeah.
I can't tell people enough. Read the books.
Yeah.
They are because
I'm reading them right now.
if you usually cannot get through books, which most people can't because they're boring.
The audiobooks
whatever.
are great.
Dude, the audiobooks are fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't do audio for them, but I did audio for the Hedge Knight series that's coming out.
Uh-huh.
Like, and those are incredible. But dude, I'm telling you, the way that man writes is god tier.
It's
everything is
unreal.
first person. So
Yeah.
usually you read the Harry Potter books and it's all about Harry. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
This.
Here's Tyrion's perspective.
Yeah,
Like
here's Danny.
Cersei's
Yeah, and
perspective.
so you go from the Wall
Here's
to
Jon.
fucking Essos
Yeah.
to Dorne to fucking. You jump around so much that you could. I would crush like 200 pages in a day,
Yeah.
bro. I was obsessed. But yeah, so Thrones has to be in there.
Yeah, I think Thrones is a greatest story ever told
Yeah.
on television. I think I never saw Sopranos. I'm about to start Sopranos, so I feel like that should be in that conversation, but I can't vouch for it.
Drew my girlfriend hadn't watched it, right?
Yeah.
So I just rewatched it with her.
Yeah,
Dude, it's so good. Because David Chase, he even said, he's like, I don't know if it's a comedy or it's a real, he's like, I don't know what I wrote.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that will make you laugh so hard, but it's not supposed to be funny.
Wow.
Like, it is one of the perfect,
wow.
perfect, and the character development and everything is just unreal.
I haven't watched it in fucking years, probably since I was like my freshman year of high school and like 8th grade. But I want to say Doctor Who is one of the greatest shows ever.
I've heard
made.
that's good.
Longest running sci-fi series ever before Star Trek.
Have you
too.
seen The Wire?
No,
Bro.
I haven't.
All right, we can't even have this conversation. You've never seen Sopranos or The Wire? They're easily, I think they're on a level of their own.
Yeah.
They're on a level of their own. Because when you watch The Wire, it's the most rewatchable show you ever watch.
Really?
Because it's one of those things that will blow your mind every time you watch it because they did the smartest thing in TV history. So you'll watch the show, right? And they never do flashbacks. Never once. But the whole point of the show is The Great Gatsby. You know The Great Gatsby?
Yeah. Yeah.
They literally read it in prison. And the whole point of The Great Gatsby is that, like, no matter, like, what you do, you can't change the past. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole line. And he's like, you can't change it. But yes, of course you like,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so, like, you can't change the past, but you also, like, can't, like, these systems are just circular and it's a chess game. And there's just going to be a new person to fill your part. So how they show the backstory of characters is they'll introduce another character and you see them turn into the other character.
Oh.
And it's like a mind fuck because you'll be like you'll see somebody and you're like you don't even know if they're a main character, blah blah blah, and then like something happens, blah blah blah, and then by the end of the thing you're like, holy shit, the backstory of this character
Wow.
that you saw as an adult is this young character. You know what I mean? It's
Jesus.
the most mind fuck thing you ever watch.
Dude, you're gonna have also. I haven't watched Breaking Bad either,
So yeah,
I feel like maybe I am not qualified for this conversation.
like I said, no, Sopranos and The Wire, like The Wire, I love The Sopranos, but like The Wire, the way it is fucking, like the way that thing is done is like, it's crazy. Because like I said, I watched it probably 7 times now, and it's like every time you're like, holy shit, that person is this person, or that thing is that, and like it's written so crazy well, and so many big actors. Idris Elba's first ever thing was that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there's so many big actors that are like their
And
first.
I heard Chris Rock didn't even know Idris was British or something until
he
like,
lied about it. They wanted because they wanted he lied about it to get cast. Because
Wow.
they wanted actual like Baltimore people.
Wow.
And he lied and said he was from America.
fucking awesome.
And dude, he, like you're funny on Always Sunny, right?
yeah.
That's their favorite show. So many people on The Wire have been on Always Sunny.
Oh, that's
they cast
awesome.
all the Wire actors
That's
on that show,
awesome.
like of other parts.
Can I say, okay, it's not a story-driven show, but greatest show, one of the greatest shows, top 3 of all time, Top Gear, British Top Gear,
Yeah.
is unreal. The trio of James, Jeremy, and Richard it's some of the most entertaining shit you can ever watch. From fucking, there's 25 years of it, you know.
My Mount Rushmore shows, I don't even know if I have a top 5, but my Mount Rushmore that are just clearly above the best are The Wire, Sopranos, Thrones, and Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball's up there. Fuck, I don't know why I'm blanking on so many TV shows. I can jump on movies, but the shows
You know
are
what
hard.
show we were watching up at the cabin?
What?
When I was just up there last weekend? This is going to blow your mind. I hope you remember it. We were watching Tool Time, like Tim the Toolman Taylor,
Oh,
like Home
yeah.
Improvement. You remember
Yeah.
Home Improvement with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
We were watching that up at the cabin. We watched the first 3 episodes of that were ever made.
Oh, shit.
And we're like, wow. You know how many episodes they had of that? 204.
Really?
204 episodes of home
Damn.
improvement.
Dude, I'm trying to think. Maybe there's another anime. Dude, Clone Wars is a fucking.
Clone Wars is up there for sure.
That's some of the greatest storytelling ever.
But it's like one of
too.
those things where like the movie's almost like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like it takes
and
a-
not every episode of Clone Wars is a hit. Some
No,
of it's
no,
like
no.
for
That's the thing about like
your 10-year-old
yeah.
to be entertained, you know. And then
Yeah.
some of it's like, this is some of the craziest Force.
Another cool thing
information
about The
I've ever
Wire
learned.
is every season of the show, the entrance song is the same lyrics but not the same song. Mm-hmm. So it's like one is like jazz, one's hip hop, one's country. Like, and then you're like, when you walk through the, and it's different. Like it's the same lyrics but it's a different song. Like,
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Dude, because I'm blanking on my third, I'm looking up best TV shows of all time and something better remind me of
Hannah
one
Montana?
of these. Dude.
SpongeBob's up there.
SpongeBob's pretty good.
SpongeBob's really
I wasn't
underrated.
the biggest SpongeBob fan though.
I love
growing
SpongeBob.
up. Fuck.
South Park's up there.
I don't know, Twilight Zone. That's
That's what we
mention.
based like the entrance to our show on.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking of Batman the animated series too.
Very good. Yeah.
That one's nuts. There's an episode of that I think, or was it an animated Batman movie that won an Oscar, or was it an episode of that won an Emmy? That like it was a episode about Mr. Freeze that apparently was it was nominated for so many
Tragic character,
awards.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. As I'm looking at all these shows, fucking not. I wouldn't say greatest shows of all time.
Like I said, I think that's the Mount Rushmore for me.
Yeah, I think I can only name two. Then fuck me.
Well, hey, we're gonna educate Noah on some. We're gonna show him that The fucking Departed is the biggest one. That movie's so fucking
Dude,
good.
I'm gonna come back on the next episode. I'm gonna be looking like Marlon Brando from The Godfather.
You have a cat in your lap, just petting it.
Educated.
Yeah, you know that cat's also. Last fun fact of the show. You know that cat's a stray that they found on the lot, and then Marlon just became friends with.
No
in the movie.
way.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be in the movie.
Fucking A.
Epic.
Wow.
All right, guys, that's another episode of Sense of Humor TV. As
Yes.
always, Augie D Comedy.
Thank you all for watching.
Dropping socials.
Viva La Berg.
Viva Berg. We got at Sense of Humor TV. Alec,
Yup.
thank you for killing it today.
Shout out to Alec. Alec's
Really
the
good
man.
topics. We were talking probably too much on them, but that's how it goes.
Thank you, Star Wars fans, for staying till the end. to
Yeah,
listen.
right. Yeah, we got a bunch of done today without having really much planned. So, shout out LeBron, 50K, 1-1 club.
All the diehard Dooku/LeBron fans are gonna really enjoy this
Yeah,
episode.
right. Yeah. We're hitting all kind of bases here. We're multi-educated.
Multi-educated over here.
But thank you guys for watching. We'll be back with a guest next episode. Love you. Sense of Humor TV out.